us for episode number 14 of No Saying Presents. And, I didn't have my thing up. Let's restart this. Thank you for joining us for episode number 14 of No Saying Presents. Today's guest is joining us from Scotland, where she streams a variety of games such as Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, Fall Guys, Grounded, and just chatting. Some of her hobbies include reading, gaming, singing, and she absolutely loves playing with her nieces. You may find her attending to her Dragon Pasta live on Twitch. Let's give a big gnome and welcome for DragonsAngel95.
Hey, what's going on?
We did it. It wasn't so bad.
Woo!
Let's get it the other way around here.
Yep.
There we go. All right.
I mean,
we're here. We made it.
We made it.
We're
It's
live.
No Saying Presents podcast.
We're live. We're getting there.
That's right. So welcome to No Saying Presents podcast, DragonsAngel95.
For having
Thank
me.
you. Yeah, you're welcome. So what do we call you for this?
Welcome.
Do we call you Angel, Dragons?
Most call me Angel. Select
Okay.
few call me Dragon. But either's fine. I normally get called an asshole, so either.
Welcome to the club, then.
Right.
Thanks for having me.
That's Goofy's middle name.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Maiden name.
This is
Maiden
maiden
name.
name. So how is everybody doing? How you doing today, Angel?
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. I literally just got a game of Fall Guys in.
I saw that. You got eliminated on a couple, yeah? I was watching.
Yeah, I got absolutely annihilated.
Yep.
But no, we're all good. I picked up obviously new followers along the way, and it's been great. And
Oh, yeah.
they're willing to put up with me enough to play with me. I may or may not have started Vanguard like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That's the first time I've ever played a COD game as well. And I'm just like dying. Oh, one kill, dying. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what have I done to myself?
Are you
I've
having
been
fun?
playing that since the 90s, so I know what you're feeling.
Mate, I was born in the 90s.
Me too.
But no, it's been good. Got like a little group that we get on with, that we just like, I get carried all the way. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm actually enjoying it, and I thought it was a game that I wouldn't enjoy because I'm not used to like first person shooting games.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it.
Well, that's great.
Give it a week.
Well,
Give it a week.
I'm already raging, and I think the first time I played it, I was gonna be like, I'm not gonna stream it. I'm just gonna play it for a little bit and get into it, and then when I'm maybe a little bit better, I'll stream it. I went nope, straight in at the deep end, and I did like a 16-hour stream of me just getting absolutely annihilated.
Okay.
Solid.
So people
Solid.
got a 16-hour stream of you falling on your face for COD for your first introduction.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fun.
Pretty
Well, it's
much.
entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
gotta start somewhere.
it's like
right.
other people have tried getting me into Rocket League. I just turn that into bumper cars and start whacking into people. It's
That's
just not a
fun,
game
too.
for me.
Yeah. That's how I started. I played that way while drinking in Rocket League. Went hand in hand for probably my first 2,000 hours. I didn't want to say it real loud, but yeah. I've got so many.
2,000.
There you go.
Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
that's just the first part of my Rocket League. How you doing today, Goofy?
I'm doing good, actually. Just woke up.
That's the way to
Yeah.
go.
Little tired, but you know, it is what it is. I streamed a little bit this morning, so kind of did it to myself. Went to bed right around like 2:00, and then I'm up at 6. So I got about 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so little nap, but you know, it'll be all right. Nothing a couple energy drinks can't fix.
Yeah, bit of caffeine in you, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's right.
got work, and then I got that big tournament this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, good luck with the tournament. Goofy's in a disc golf tournament. It's a big one.
It's Michigan's biggest tournament. I'm going for the win. I'm going.
Nice.
See if I can put number 4 up this year.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, Angel, how long have you been streaming?
9 months.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, 9 months.
What got you into it?
Well, I got a PC for my birthday last year.
Okay.
My amazing partner gave it to me because he knew I wanted to start gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, but I like gaming with other people. I like talking to other people. I like getting into communities. I like just like vibing with other people. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to start streaming. So my first couple of streams I actually didn't use a cam at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, do you know what? Like, people kind of need to see my reaction, especially if I'm playing like scary games like Faz.
Right.
They need to see me like petrified. So I was like, right, I'll turn the camera on. I'll do a couple of little streams here and there. And just from there, it just like gradually I got like big, like not big. Obviously, I'm not going to be like amazing. But I just gradually started getting more followers. And a few more people would like, oh my God, like I'm in a game with you right now. And I'm like, great. You can see me.
Right.
Like this. And then it was just like, I've just dropped you a follow on Twitch. And I'm like,
Thanks.
Right.
thanks. But I swear people like this chair here that you can see right now is actually my partner's and he sets up here.
That's what I was gonna ask because it looked like there was looks like you got a game together.
Yeah, so he doesn't stream.
Okay.
But he's currently up at his parents' dog and house sitting, so he's took his computer up there.
Oh, nice.
So he can still get his own games in. But he normally sits behind me, and occasionally, if like I mention that he's there, people will go like, "Oh my God, let's see him," and he'll just like my screen, and I'm like, "You're a dick." And I'm like, I swear more people tune in for my partner and the puppy than they do for actually me and my games.
They just want the slow turn, and then just...
he literally just like leaves in and just goes, and then goes back to his games, and I'm like, I hate you.
That's too funny. And the puppy, you said? You've got a
Yes,
puppy?
she's actually here. I will
Okay.
grab her.
Oh,
We get a puppy visit.
I know.
Get your clips ready.
Oh.
As long as I have the last beanie clip.
Right. Look at you. Are you, what is that, a poodle?
Yeah.
She's a cocker spaniel poodle.
Okay.
So she's a cockapoo mix.
A cockapoo. Okay.
You're a pain in the ass. That's what you're.
Cockadoodle.
Oh, big yawn.
She's cute.
She's a pain
Like
in the ass.
you just woke me up. What are you doing?
Right.
How old is she?
She is 16, nearly 17 months.
Okay.
I'll be back on your chair.
So half of her life you've been streaming.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Hi.
Gonna get a
So
little
Like, and
doggy
where's
cam.
my biscuit? I'm gonna get a little, she's got a little bed, like, obviously this is like the door into the room, but I've got like a little doggy bed to the left of me. So I'm gonna set up a camera and have a doggy cam.
Nice.
So yeah, so this is what she's waiting for now.
Oh, of course. You woke me up. You gotta give me a treat. What the heck?
Right. That's right. So you're going to get yourself a doggy cam?
Yeah.
Do you have like plans for that? Like a time frame that you're expecting to get it? Or just when you get a chance?
Just when I get the chance, and even just the money. Like,
Right.
We're getting married next year, so pretty much all of our money right now is going into like our wedding and
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the couple of games that I've like purchased along the way, I've obviously been chipping away at the money that we've got, and obviously I just started playing Vanguard, so I bought that. I didn't buy the full packet. I just bought like the half price one. I'm like, I am not spending money on this to just rage at it later on down the line.
Oh yeah.
So you're talking about your wedding, and I saw in the notes that you gave that you're having it themed. Did you want to talk about that at all? Because that's kind of exciting.
Look at she's excited about it.
Right,
She's got that little smile. She's like, yeah, I'm ready to talk about it.
we're having a Peaky Blinders theme
Okay.
for the wedding.
Where
Okay.
do I have to sign up? Where am I flying out to? I want to go to this. I
That's
really
right.
want to go to this.
So describe
that's a
to
cool
people
one.
that don't know what Peaky Blinders is. What
Peaky
that might be.
Blinders is a 1919, 1920s, kind of just before the flapper era, but it's all set in Birmingham. My English side of the family is actually originally from Wigan.
Huh.
So it's not dissimilar to what Birmingham used to be like in that time anyway. So it's all going to be like kilts optional. Obviously, we're in Scotland.
Okay.
Most common is kilts,
Mhm.
but kilts optional, but it's going to be like 3-piece waistcoat, flat caps. One of the planner that's helping us like set up the event, her son has like a little like kind of cap gun.
Huh.
Okay.
And when people arrive, they're going to go into like a little bar, get drinks, non-alcoholic just to start off with.
I was gonna say that's the Scottish wedding
That's where it
if
gets
I've ever heard.
dangerous.
It's like as soon as you come in, all right, you got your signing book and you got a fifth of whiskey right next to you. It's like do a shot and go into the wedding. That's
Yeah.
Scottish wedding if I've ever heard one.
But then when I'm ready to come down to come into the venue and stuff like that, he's going to go in and he's going to pop a cap and go by the order of the Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
Get your asses upstairs almost.
Okay.
Okay.
Which will then tell people that they need to go and get seated for the ceremony and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's gonna be good. And I'm not a short lady. Like I'm sat at 5'8", 5'9" on a good day if I sit up straight. But my partner is like 6'2".
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And all my family, like apart from like my mum's dad and my mum's brother, they're all like under 6 foot.
Okay.
Like to the point where my dad's mum, she's only like 5'1".
Okay.
And she's gonna be like the smallest person there apart from the kids.
Right.
Oh, but God bless her. She's amazing, that woman.
Hell yeah.
But
And
yeah.
I'm assuming that this has to do with the wedding, but it's Titch with a Twitch. Then there's me.
Yes. Titch is my IRL bestie. They actually live about 5-10 minutes away from me.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they're actually they're coming to the wedding too. So I
Nice.
think Titch is actually maybe about 5'2", 5'1" as well. Like
Okay. So it'll be easy to tell like who's with you and who's with your partner there.
not
Because
really,
it'll be a height thing, right? No.
No, like
Okay.
I get my height from my mum's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually stand like 2 inches taller than my dad.
Okay.
And then all of my dad's side, apart from my actual grandma, they're actually quite tall. It's just my grandma's ended up with a small gene.
They normally say it skips a generation.
Yeah, normally. But like my dad's an only child, so it's not as if there's anyone else we can compare it to that.
Right.
But it literally goes like my mum's like an inch or so taller than me. Then there's me. Then my older sister, who's like an inch or so shorter than me, and then my dad. But there's like I've even got pictures, and my dad has to like stand on a step to even look similar height, and I'm just like, it's hilarious.
How did discipline go when you were a kid? Did you just like look down at your dad like, how are you gonna yell at me?
Oh no, I'm shit scared of my dad.
Okay.
Like my dad's ex-forces, you don't.
Oh, solid. Okay.
So I don't mess with my dad.
Right.
He calls me his little princess, and I'm like, mate, you're smaller than me now.
Oh my god.
He hates me for it, but he
Oh,
knows
no.
that it's all this joke.
Right.
And like, obviously, with me having like,
I
obviously
just
my
fucked the whole
older
life
sister,
up. Oh.
with my having my like, he calls my sister his favorite oldest daughter, and I'm the favorite youngest daughter.
Right.
And I'm like, there's only 2 of us. and stuff like this, and it's just like, oh, it's just hilarious, like getting the crack with them and stuff like that. But I can't stay in the same room as my dad. We're too much alike.
Mm-hmm.
We clash heads too much.
Okay.
It's like, it's okay for like maybe like a night or so, or like a day. But I'm like,
or a
I've had
wedding
enough
day.
now. I've had enough now. I want to go home.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Are you having a lot of people at the wedding?
I think we've got like a planned guest of like 40, 45.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So yeah, and we've kind of managed to split it roughly down the middle. I think I have a few more on my side coming just because I have more alive.
Yeah.
Like with my partner, he only has his mum, his dad, and a few aunties and uncles. Like he doesn't have any of his grandparents alive anymore. Whereas myself, I actually only recently, about a year or so ago, lost my last great grandma. So I've still got my mum's parents. My dad's parents split up when he was quite young, so I have my dad's dad and stepmom, and then I also have my dad's mum, and stuff like that. But we've kind of split it 50-50, or tried to at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially with like friends as well. So we've done like a mixture of friends.
Okay.
So it's
Was
not
it
like
hard?
all just family.
Was it hard, like picking who's invited and who's not?
Not really.
Okay.
Got the favorite books right off rip.
Right.
You're ready for it. You're like, all right, you're going. You're definitely not going.
It was literally like, so none of his workmates are coming. Just because of the timing schedules and stuff like that. Like he works shift work, whereas like some of my co-workers are coming and some of my managers are coming.
Okay.
But then we have like his old friend, because he actually grew up in the Falklands. So he's got one of his friends and his friend's parents coming that I don't know, and then I've got like friends coming that we both share as mates and stuff like that. So we've kind of split it roughly.
Nice.
So
sounds like it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Peaky Blinders theme. That
is everybody going to be dressed up then? Is that required then?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'd love to even be able to show you guys my dress, but my partner's probably watching.
Oh, right.
And I don't want to be giving it away. But what I'll do is I will send you guys the pictures.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I mean, if you want to, you can put it in the private chat. I'm not saying now. You can put it in the private chat. So then after the stream ends, there's no it's not there. We don't know what you're talking about.
Disappears.
No evidence.
Disappears.
I don't know what you're talking about. I played the fifth.
What happened? I was never there to begin with.
That's right.
Partner, I don't know your name, but if you're out there, don't worry, it won't be out there.
Right.
You
won't accidentally see it somewhere.
Yeah. I'm not gonna secretly message you.
So yeah,
well, that's exciting.
I'm excited. Like we've had our ups and downs. Like we moved in together within 6 months of knowing each other. Like we kind of dove in.
Yeah.
We then, like, I moved in with his parents and him. They live in a lovely home that they've built. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
And then we were like, yeah, but we need our own space. So we moved out. We got it was literally like a little 1-bedroom house that we rented. And then we were like, right, well, now we need to think about like what we're doing with our lives. And we need to like maybe look at getting somewhere bigger. And that's where we got this place. And originally his dad bought it and let us rent from him. Okay. And then we actually bought it off of him. So this is actually now our house.
Oh, great.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So it puts us on the property ladder. without it breaking the bank so much because he sold it to us quite cheap.
Okay.
Which then means that when we go to upgrade, maybe like again, whether it's to a bigger 2-bedroom or even a 3-bed, we're already on the property ladder to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's a big step.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's a great start. That's nice, not having to worry about that and have that set up. And you're right, for upgrades later, you've already got a good investment going.
Yeah,
that's cool.
How long have you guys been together?
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were together. It's either 2. Is it 2 or 2? And then when we get married, it'll be 3. Yeah, that's the way I work it out.
Okay.
As a cheat code, she's like 4 minus the 6 plus the 2.
Right.
Got it.
Doing like the mental arithmetic in my head.
Yep.
Nearly 3. I knew it was nearly 3. I was
There we
getting
go.
there.
That was.
That is the partner.
Okay.
Hello, partner.
Hello. Thanks for adding the fact.
Thanks.
So
saw the smoke coming out.
Right. Then I take it you have the date set and everything.
Yes. July 12th.
Okay.
So it's just under a year.
Okay.
Right. Middle of the summer or the start of the summer, sort of. I don't know.
Yeah, because like I was saying with his work, he does 4 12-hour shifts.
Okay.
Then has 4 days off. And then does that 5 times. And then at the end of that 5 blocks, he has 2 weeks off.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we've actually worked out that the 12th is just at the beginning of his 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So then we'll have the rest of the 2 weeks to obviously enjoy being married.
Right.
And then he'll go back to work. We'll do another 5 blocks. And then on his next 2 weeks, we go on our honeymoon.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
That's great. Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you got it planned out? Where are you going for your honeymoon?
Corfu.
Kofu. Where's that?
Greece.
Greece.
Okay.
then off to Greece.
He answered your
Never been.
Goofy.
I don't know.
Hey, show us where it's at on the map, Goofy.
Right about like here somewhere.
No, you need to turn it this way.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Around there. Past Mordor, left of.
I don't know. It's almost like a going thing now to get Goofy on his geography.
But we actually.
Yeah, well, come on, it's Mordor.
We actually have one of these like scratch off maps.
Yeah.
That we're gonna get up, and like as we visit new places, we're gonna scratch them off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
Is it a like a list you guys put together, or like one that you just bought like top 20 places to go in your lifetime?
No, it's actually a world map. And it's one of these like scratch off paintings almost, and there's like a different color under every country, and as you scratch it off, it'll like appear, and you can see where you've been and where you haven't been.
That's
yeah,
cool.
so it's gonna be good.
Especially if you plan on traveling a lot, that'll be an interesting thing to kind of a project, like a lifelong project, to fill out the map.
That's it. And like both my parents are still in work, but his parents are retired, and they've started like traveling more and stuff like that. And like he's the oldest. He's also got a younger sister. And then his sister has 2 nieces. And they are amazing. They literally tell me that if I break up with my partner, that they're gonna keep me and throw him out and stuff like this. Like I'm the better one. But I go to them all the time, and I go, girls, and they go, what? And I go, should we go and beat up Uncle Wawa? Yeah, and they be like running, and we go and dog pile on him. It's hilarious.
That's
but
great.
they're both 10. And they'll be 11 when we get married. But they are the cutest little devils.
Okay.
It sounds like you're training them, like you're going in there like a drill sergeant. Like,
oh,
are you
yeah.
ready? You ready? Like piping them up, and they're like, "Let's go!"
Yeah, it's even to the point where I got them like almost Nerf guns for their Christmas, and I was like, "That's only to beat up your uncle," and they were like, "Okay."
It's like lock and loaded in a little area, and they're like, "We're going. All right, let's go."
Yeah, literally.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah,
So do you guys game together?
We've tried.
Mm-hmm.
He gets really angry at me
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know controls of new games quite yet, and then he's like, "You've got to push this button. You've got to push this button." I'm like, "I'm trying." But he said that if he ever gets into like streaming as well, like he'll do games with me, and it'll be like you can see me lose my shit and him just like plodding along like it's nothing. But yeah, so we're hopefully we do a couple, and we've done like 2-player games together, and then we've like completed them within like a day.
Okay.
And then it's just like, okay, I'll go back to my own games now.
Okay.
Have you streamed any of those? Or?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I
okay.
did. But he plays stuff like Warhammer and World of War and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm just getting into COD, okay? So yeah.
He's outing you out right now. He's outing you out.
He says she shouts at me. Tears.
Only when you're being an asshole. But he also it gets on my nerves. He has noise cancelling headphones, so he can't hear me.
Right.
Oh, that'll I already know. That'll turn it a little bit to like 10.
And then he'll be in his own game on his own like call, shouting. I'm trying to stream, and all I can hear is him. And I'm like, will you shut up? And it is like, it's so like, I love him and everything like that, but there's some days I just want to like.
That means it's true love.
Right.
Yeah.
If you love the person so much you want to kill him, it's meant to be, you know?
Yeah.
We got E.R. Sullivan 21 says get him to play Call of Duty with you.
I think he's hoping to play it. I know the new one comes out around my birthday.
Okay.
The new what is that? Modern Warfare, right?
Mm-hmm. The new COD that's coming out is October. Yeah. So I kind of want to get a few months of Vanguard, and then get the new COD as like maybe a potential birthday present if I can. And then like go absolutely annihilate on that.
Okay, yeah, and then you'll have a few more months of first-person shooter experience in, get a little better and understand what's going on. And yeah, that's difficult, definitely with the buttons. You know, if you haven't played keyboard and mouse shooter games and stuff like that, there's a lot.
I run it from my Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Controller.
Yeah.
So you don't play it on PC? No. Okay.
Nope. My PC needs a lot of upgrades right now.
Oh, okay.
So even like something like Sea of Thieves, which has been out for a while, I also can't run from my PC. I've got to run it through the Xbox.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
so you're using the PC for streaming. You're running like Streamlabs or something like that with that, and like putting your console through it.
No, literally downstairs, stream straight from my Xbox.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I thought you were using the computer to stream. You had mentioned earlier that you got the computer and you started streaming, and I thought maybe
I do both. I do both.
Okay.
I stream from my Xbox. I also stream from my PC.
Okay, just not the Xbox through the PC.
No,
they're just individual. Okay.
I've got a bigger screen downstairs. I'd rather use that.
Yeah.
As much as I love like being right next to my screen when I'm at my PC, the fact that like first person shooter, I like having the big screen downstairs from the telly.
Yeah, it's definitely nice with the controller sitting back watching the big screen. That's a good way to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel sorry for anyone that hears like my kill chat, because all I just go is fuck. Literally, or I just go fuck my life, because I die all the time, and I'm not into that like stage where I'm like raging because I've been killed, because I'm like level 200, 300. I'm like level 21. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But then I also feel sorry for the people that get killed by me, because I'm also a level 21.
It's the best part. It's like, I've only been playing this game for like a month
2
now. I'm
days.
over here killing you guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I got called a Smurf, and I was like, oh, he thinks I'm cute. And then he was like, and then like my team were like, no, they think that you're a pro playing from an alt account. And I was like, no. I'm legit just like trying my hardest not to die.
Right.
Yeah. People
A
are
new
like, oh my gosh,
strategy.
it's Jason Bourne. And she's over there.
Right. Right.
Literally.
Don't die. Don't die. So, ER Sullivan 21 says your in-game chat is hilarious.
Mom, I just chat for chatting shit. I do. Like,
I can kind of tell you like to talk a little shit back and forth.
hell yeah.
I can tell.
Hell yeah. And it's like when we get into like the bit where it's like just between switching sides, and like obviously they're all chatting shit and like egging each other on, and I'm just going to the other team and I'm like, that's cute. And then I'm just like, I'm staying out of it now. Like this. But like there's a couple of people that I play with that I've actually adopted as my Twitch sons.
Okay.
One of them is literally like just about to turn like 15. One of them's about to turn like 22. And they'll literally go like, right, they disrespected mom. And I'm like, go fuck them up. And they'll
Okay.
literally like pull out the DBs and they'll just be like, I'm going. I'm like, okay, bye.
Sitting
Belly
back,
flicks.
drinking your tea or, or water or something, just watching your kids go beat somebody up for you.
Mally Flicks says he is my son. I told you.
Well, Melly, I'm not going to argue, but facts.
Ooh.
I love you, Melly. We can share him.
There you go. Compromise. So what is your favorite game to stream right now?
I'm quite liking my Fall Guys just because I'm a little jelly bean.
Okay.
But then I do quite like obviously the COD now. Like I'm proper like getting into it a little bit, and I'm actually enjoying it. Maybe a little bit not on the toxic, like no one ever enjoys that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a case of that I am enjoying the community of like playing with the team and stuff like that. There's like a couple of us and we're all in a clan together. So if there's all of us, or like all 6 of us, and we're all in the clan, it's just like echo, 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 echo. And we all get fucked up. And I just cheer from the background.
Right?
It's holding down the fort.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I played that a while ago. Did you have it before it went free, or did you pick it up when it went free?
I picked it up when it went free.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
and that surged a
literally, this is my
lot of new
first-
players into it. Yeah.
My first ever time jumping on COD. Like, I don't know why I did it, but I did it.
Hey.
Gotcha.
So,
I'll tell you what helps me out with like controls and everything playing that video game is like, I don't know if Vanguard has zombies or not, but to me that actually helps out. So like play that like because you're twisting, you're turning, they're coming out of nowhere. It'll help out with like gameplay, in my opinion.
I don't like zombies.
Okay. I mean, you said scary game earlier.
Like I'll play Faz
Okay.
because I know there's a ghost and I know it hunts occasionally. But with stuff like zombies, they just come at me and I'm like.
If anybody's not familiar with Phas, it's a short for Phasmophobia, which is a ghost hunting game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly realistic as far as like some of the stuff and the equipment, and definitely puts a good immersion in like a scare thing going. Some people are super silly with it.
Oh, I tip my hats off to people that play that in VR.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Like I sit there like this at my screen every time I get killed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and look pretty now because I can't do anything.
It's too funny.
VR is definitely different.
So you mentioned that you were looking at getting the camera to add to your stream to view your dog. Is there anything else you have plans for, or that you want to do to your stream? Anything that you've got going down the road?
So I'm about to update like my overlays for it all. The lovely Smoke from last week, he's hooking me up
great.
with all that. So hopefully it'll just be a case of like we'll revamp, we'll add in the extra camera. I eventually want to get my own mic stand, so it's separate from my actual headset. Then it'll be like a case of like upgrading the camera on my Xbox, because the one I use now is literally the one that you're looking at me from, and I take it downstairs, plug it in, set up, go game.
Right.
So looking at getting a separate camera for that. I'd love to have a green screen behind me and get him out the screen.
That reminds me, there is someone that I watched that has a green screen, and it's so funny because they took a picture of the stuff behind him. And then that's what his background is on the green screen. So it's the exact same thing as what's behind him. So there's like almost no point to have the green screen. And I really don't know why, but it's amusing anyway. I just want to share that.
But yeah, so it would be a case of hopefully, like, obviously if we upgrade the house and maybe get an extra room, having my setup in a separate room.
Okay.
Just with me streaming, it would be more beneficial with me being like in my own little room. And the fact that I stream for like I said, 16, 17, 18 hours.
Yeah, you're on there a lot. Like, how much do you stream a week, do you think?
I can quickly check my stats right now. And see what
Wolford Sound says people would miss my beautiful face.
No, they would not.
Hey,
Yair Sullivan says I for sure would.
Shut up, Polly.
No, what you need to do is get the green screen and just put a picture of his face in the background.
Literally just like right up here.
That'd be funny. And the puppies.
So
yeah,
over the last 21 days.
Okay, 3 weeks.
I have streamed 206 hours.
Oh my gosh. That's more than another job. Like 40-hour work week, 120 hours for 3 weeks. So
that's 40 hours a week.
Yeah, 120 hours. And you said how many? 200?
206.
206
for 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's good though. I mean, you must enjoy it. You're out there always having fun.
It's like I get into a zone,
Right.
and like my partner will always say it's undiagnosed, but I have ADHD traits of hyperfixation.
Okay.
And I'll just get into a zone, and the next thing I know, it's like 15 hours, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should eat. Maybe I should have something to drink. Maybe I should actually use the restroom right now. And like the next thing I know, it's like another couple of hours, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should go to bed.
Right. We'll see you on a reality TV show about Twitch addicts.
It'll literally be that. Like, no word of a lie. No word.
That's too funny. You have the dragon on your Twitch stream. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah.
As in, like, my little pasta?
Yeah. What's that about?
My little pasta. So I was watching another streamer, and I was like, oh, feed the dragon. What does this do? Clicked on it, and her little pet came up on the screen and was like, and ate what I gave it. And I was like, oh my goodness, I need this right now. So she sent me she said, just go through like the system that it says about adding it to your own Twitch and doing it that way. And I was like, bet. And like within like 5 minutes, it was on my stream. And I was like, my little pasta. So, but I find it funny that I called it pasta because I was just trying to think of like other names that I could call it, and I was like, I could call it dragon, I could call it angel, I could call it this, and then I went, no, I'm always hungry. I'm always eating on my stream, like no matter what. Like there's been I think it was like yesterday or the day before in like my 16-hour stream, I sat there eating a bowl of pasta while the guys were shooting. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll sit there and I'll eat, and then I'll go, okay, maybe I should do some shooting now. And I was like, so I just called it pasta, and it kind of just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah.
Was that before or after you had the name Dragon's Angel?
After. The Dragon's Angel's been there since the get-go.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
is there any specific reason you have that name?
There is, and there isn't. I got a nickname Angel from a person that would go by the nickname Dragon, and it just kind of stuck.
Okay.
And then the 95 kind of just gives my age away.
Oh man. Okay.
But yeah.
You're 95?
I'm a 95 baby, yeah.
Oh.
No, he's saying 95 years old.
Right.
That's what he's trying to say.
Do I look 95?
I mean,
if I did, I'd look good for it.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing skincare.
That's what happens
Age
when
like
you're the
fine
angel
wine.
of a dragon.
The older you get, the younger you look.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Do you have any other games you're looking at getting into?
I picked up Stray. That scares me shitless again.
Stray.
What's that about?
You basically play a cat.
You play as a cat, like a
You
stray
play
cat.
as a cat, yeah.
Okay.
Literally a stray cat.
All right.
And all the humans are dead. It's literally all the robots, the AI that was made by us humans is the only thing that's alive.
Okay.
And you go in and you're trying to help the people that are left in the slums reach the higher ground to get away from these
living
little
humans?
creatures. No, robots, all robots.
Oh, okay.
But they're trying to get away from these like little creatures that'll eat anything. Like they'll attach to you, they'll like eat you, and like it scares me because they run at you.
Yeah.
And they're not slow. They're not like zombies, so they're like little mites that just come at you.
All right.
And they make the weirdest noise. And I think I've got like halfway through it, and I'm like, I'm not playing that for a while.
That's crazy. It sounds like
a good game in the graphics,
mm-hmm.
but it's a very it's actually labeled as like a thriller horror game because of these little things that eat you.
Sure.
It sounds sort of like a program that was on Netflix, at least like maybe a spin-off or an idea on I think it's called Death, Love, and Robots. And they had an episode where there was the cat population and all the robot people or something. I don't know specifically, but that's just kind of what it reminded me of.
But it is like you play this little ginger cat, and it's the cutest little thing. I think the next thing that would be good if they implemented was like a multiplayer where you all play different cats.
Mm-hmm.
But whether they do that or not, it's one of these like early release kind of things, so it's still in like beta almost.
Yeah. I thought of making a mini RPG out of like RPG Maker, and it was going to be cat themed, and I was going to try to make the cats in my house. We've got Pixie and Mep and Beanie, and at the time we had Duders, but it was going to be like an RPG where they had to get across the street to get catnip or something like that. I don't know. I just thought it would be fun, and it had like across the busy street, and just I don't know. It just seemed like it'd be cool. So the stray cat theme kind of intrigued me, but then the thriller robot killer bugs, man. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you're looking at getting into?
Not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously trying to play a bit of COD, try and get into that. Try and not get too toxic. But I probably will. I can
Right.
see it happening.
Very much so.
But I also quite like the like single player. Like obviously, yeah, I say that I want to play with other people, and I get that I do like it's enjoyable. But there's sometimes where I just want to sit and I just want to chill and like play by myself and just chat to my stream and stuff like that. So I played a game called Lost in Random.
Okay.
And I think I completed that in like 3 days.
Okay.
And then I picked up another one, and it's called Alice Back into Madness or something like that. And it's basically like she's been framed for like her parents' murder, and she goes back into Wonderland, but it's been taken over by this evil thing that's like contaminated everything, and you've got to go through it and defeat the like bugs and creatures that spawn in and save Wonderland. And I'm not even like halfway through that yet, and I'm like, I'll just go and play COD for a bit. So
that's pretty fun though, with all the streams that you have. Go ahead, Goof.
No, I was just gonna say, when you play those single player games and stuff like that, you stream all them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Or at least I try to. Obviously, if it's like if my computer can't run it and I can't get it on Xbox, then I'll do like a just chatting stream for a couple of hours.
Okay.
But I try and stream all my games when I'm playing them.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's honestly the best.
Right. And you have a lot of different games that you play. So, I mean, it puts you in as a variety streamer right off the get-go. No one's coming to watch you play just one game. So you're not kind of stuck in a genre. So that's really kind of cool way to do it, and just have all of those different things. And with that also, if you're not having fun with the game, you just stop and play something else. And
that's it.
Yeah. And when you have a community there, you're always having fun with them. So that really is a nice way to do it.
Yeah. It's like the first ever game that I ever streamed. Obviously, this is going back to like November when I first started. Was a game called Animalia. And you play animals in like Africa. You're like lions, leopards, elephants, rhinos, and stuff like that. And a bit like The Isle, but African animals.
Okay.
And then through that, I met people that then played The Isle, and then I got into The Isle, and then I was like doing a bit of both. And then from there, I was meeting other people, going into other games and stuff like that. So it's just like over the past few months, I've just built up almost a portfolio of games that I'll play.
Right. It's like, all right, Call of Duty sucks today. All right, Stray stinks. I don't want to get scared. Let me go play something different.
It's literally like, because otherwise, like after this, I'm probably going to go and get set up downstairs and go and play some Vanguard. And I was like, but I can't go and play Vanguard with enough time to raid out into here to then get set up upstairs on my PC to then come in. And I was like, so I'm just going to go and be a jelly bean for a couple of hours.
Okay.
I just played a bit of Fall Guys, raided out, and came and chilled. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to be playing that right after?
Yes.
Okay. If you would like, we can hang on to the viewers we've got and get you a raid for your Twitch stream after. So we'll do that.
I won't say no to a raid from my own people.
That's right.
Yep. Easy going.
I don't normally like raids, but if I know they're coming, I'm okay. Like I'll get in, like my sound alerts only work for my PC because they don't work on my Xbox.
Yeah.
And my sound alert for a raid is actually from the game Worms. And it's that like when they fire a missile and it's like incoming, boom, and I'm like, I just got raided. Fuck my life.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'd love that. That'd be appreciated.
Absolutely. We're talking about the variety gaming. We've got Wicked Wraith. This reflects on personal Rocket League woes, and I think a lot of us may have that.
No.
Where you play one game and all your Rocket League fans.
With Wicked, he does stream himself. He also plays Rocket League as a main, but he is also not yet affiliate.
Okay.
So if we could show him some love, that would be appreciated as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
no, he jumps in, and if I'm playing Fall Guys, he'll jump in. If I'm playing COD, he'll jump in unless there's not room, and then he'll be like, right, I'll just dip and I'll watch the stream. And he's a chill guy like that.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
Yeah, guys, click on Wicked Wraith and hit that follow if you guys are in Twitch,
Please.
endorsed by DragonsAngel95.
Yep.
by the 95-year-old in the chat.
Yep.
Right.
Wisdom over here.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Love.
So let's see.
So when did you get into gaming? How long ago do you think?
Like I've done little mobile games growing up. Like me and my dad, we actually played and completed Diablo. I think it was like 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was.
Okay.
But then like with my dad, he was playing like Risk and stuff like that with me growing up, and I'd sit on his lap and he'd give me an option and be like, which one are we going to go and beat up? And I'd be like, this one.
Right.
And stuff like that. So it has been quite an early onset of me just sitting with my dad, and it'd be one of the things that we would do because my mum's a mummy's girl and I've always been my daddy's little girl.
Okay.
Up until a few years ago where I outgrew him.
The wee little lad now.
he's a wee man now. But the thing is, though, is he's like 52, so the only way he's going is further down.
Right.
So, but yeah, so it's always been a case, and like me and my sister would go to like arcades, and if we were on holiday, we'd find the games room, and we would like with my dad being ex-armed forces. I was born in England.
Okay.
And then when I was about 3 or 4, we moved over to Germany. And then when I turned 10, I joined my sister at boarding school. And we would like fly home in the holidays. And sometimes we would have like a layover in like Amsterdam. And with me being between the ages of 10 to 12, I'm considered a minor. So I'd get an escort from the actual airport, and we would fly majority of the time business class, which was nice, like it was a nice little perk. But it meant that if we had like a fair bit of a wait time between the layover, they'd take us into like a kiddies game room that was set up with like PSPs and Wii machines and like loads of sweets. So we would sit there for a couple of hours, and like my sister would go on a phone and go and talk to her friends, but then I'd be there like stuffing my face full of sweets, just figuring out what I can play. But I've always been more of the tomboy than my sister anyway. Like growing up, she'd get into like her makeup and stuff like that, and I'd be climbing a tree and it'd be swinging from side to side because I was on top of it, and my mum knew where I was, and all she'd have to do is look out the window and see a tree moving, and she'd be like, my daughter's up there. So yeah, like it's always been a case of like I've enjoyed gaming, and I'm glad that now I can build the community that I have, and all my little dragons and angels that I've got on my Discord is just amazing.
Yeah.
I was looking at that
really cool.
In the Discord, and I saw that, and where you can accept a role as a dragon or an angel. What does that mean?
It's literally nothing.
Okay.
It's just to give you another color.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'd end up with like everyone having different colors because they'd be a watcher or they'd be a streamer or they'd be a VIP. Whereas the dragons and angel, it just means that it gives you just a color. It's just either you're a green or you're pink.
Okay.
Apart from the mods, because obviously they're a bit more priority and they need the separate color.
Mhm.
Right.
But like, even if you was to be given a VIP role, it wouldn't give you the yellow as the VIP. It would still keep you as the green, just so everyone's like they can either pick to be either pink or green, basically.
Okay.
But I just thought it was a nice little added thing of it being like Dragon's Angel, that you could either be a dragon or you could be an
Yeah,
angel.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I just had to ask. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let me get a link for your Twitch on here. This is how you guys can go find DragonsAngel95 on Twitch, and also in the About section. I think it's in the About section anywhere.
Yes.
And there you can find the link to the Discord as well.
Yes.
Okay.
And also my Twitch children.
Yep.
And my mods and my VIPs.
All of
So-
them.
All of them.
All right. And so let's see. We've got a lot of interesting stuff as far as that time in boarding school. How was that? How was boarding school?
Shit.
It was. Okay. And you were there for 6 years. Did you go like spend the whole school year at boarding school and then come home for like summers, or?
So the majority of the time it was, we would go home for Christmas and we'd go home for summer.
Yeah.
We would have like holidays between them, like we had like the Easter and then what we called half term.
Mm-hmm.
But majority of the time, unless there was something happening at home where we needed to be at home, me and my sister just went to our grandparents for the week.
Okay.
But I didn't have the best time at boarding school.
Yeah.
I was bullied during school.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
But that's just because kids are assholes.
Yeah, they are. Kids are mean. It's crazy. You know, that the people that get to be adults are like, I can't believe how big of a jerk I was and stuff like that. I've seen some people,
and it's stuff like I was always compared to my sister. Like my sister, she's
an older
she's
sister?
amazing. Yes.
Okay.
She's amazing, and I understand that. And she's definitely the brains of the operation between me and her. Like to the point where she's a dental hygienist. She's been in uni for 5-6 years. She's got the qualifications. She's got the brains.
Yeah.
But it was never the smarts that we were compared by. It was the, oh my God, your sister's so amazing. You're nothing like her. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God, you are so not your sister's sister. She is so pretty. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like 10.
No.
My sister's like, so when I was 10, my sister was like 13.
Yeah.
But it got to that stage where I was like, I tried to put my sister down just to make me feel better, and it didn't make anything better.
Right.
Like,
separated you and your sister probably some.
yeah, and like me and my sister, she went through a puppy fat stage in her teens, and I call her a whale because I was just a little asshole. But it was because it was all the anger of people comparing me to her.
Right.
And then I'd lash out, and then she'd get angry and lash back, and then I'm like a 10-year-old. And I'd start crying, and then she'd feel bad, and then I'd feel bad, and it was just like a whole roller coaster.
Right.
And like, I love my sister. Like, she's amazing, and I know I can always go to her if I ever needed anything.
Right.
But back then, it was always her and me. It wasn't us as a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really hard too, because you're out at school and you're not with your family, and your only family is your sister. Really, that's with you, and then you're having that type of like drama and those things. That's super hard, and I hope things are at least better with you and your sister. It sounds like it might be from now, but that's definitely a difficult thing as a young person to be going through.
She actually now lives in Ireland doing her job with her partner, and it was a case of we used to get on like a house on fire that was about to crumble, basically. Like it would be like 5 minutes and we'd be arguing at each other and we'd be at each other's throats. Whereas now, because we have that separation of, we can pick up the phone and we can have a chat, but that's all I have to do. And if I get annoyed at my sister, I don't have to talk to her
Right.
as much as I love her. Like, do you know, like if we get
Yeah.
into an argument over the phone,
Right.
we're not in the same room where we have to look at each other. We can just come off the phone call, cool down, and say our apologies.
Right.
But she's doing amazing over there. She's got her partner. And obviously, like I was saying, like she's a few years older than I am, but her partner's actually a few years younger than me. So it kind of like me and him get on because we're like roughly the similar age. But then obviously it's my sister's partner. Like he's eventually one day probably going to be my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Right.
But he treats her like a queen. And I might be small in comparison to him because he's a few inches taller than me, but that doesn't mean I'll kick his ass if I need to.
Of course.
There you go.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, people always say that I am small and mighty, and I'm like, I am not small, but I will kick their ass.
I've got a couple comments here. Corey's got this, says, "Where them bullies? I'm going to kick their ass. Nobody bullies our friend across the pond."
Oh, Corey, honey.
Wolfric Sound says, "You're perfect as you are."
Oh, shut up, honey. He does that all the time. He goes, "You're amazing," and I'm like, "Mate."
She's over here like, "I love Corey." Her partner comes on, "Hey, eat it."
Fuck off.
I do that to my wife too. I give her compliments, and she's like, "If you say so," you know.
And I'm like, I'll do that all the time, like, because obviously I wear glasses, and like he'll come up to me and go, "You're so pretty," and I go, "Do you need these?"
That's what she says. She's like, "You need glasses."
And he's
She's
like,
definitely used that once or twice before because that was just too smooth. She's like, "You want these?" Like,
literally, and he's just like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, you must be blind then."
It's too funny.
So, but it's just life and being put down all the time. It kind of makes you skeptical of compliments and stuff like that.
Right.
yeah.
Especially, going through that at the young age through boarding school and a lot of things going on with that. Did anything positive come out of that? Do you have anything that you think might have been good out of that experience?
I know how to kick ass.
There we go.
I think it was literally like it got to that stage where like if people wouldn't leave me alone, I'd slap him.
Oh wow.
And I know it's probably not the best thing to do when you're little, and I don't condone it.
Right.
But
Kind of
sometimes
sharpen
people
you up
just
and-
need a slap.
Right.
I'm
Got
not
you to
saying
defend
anything.
yourself. And
I plead the fifth. I'm not saying.
You can't plead the fifth. I'm in Scotland. It doesn't work over here.
Right.
Well, I'm on the other side of the pond, sweetheart. I'm
Right.
sorry to tell you, but it works
Right.
over here.
The fifth lives here right now. Let's see.
All right. So over there, it's the sixth. So I plead the sixth then, not the fifth.
I don't even think we have something like that over
Right.
here.
Amendments to a constitution. Right.
Nah, I don't think we do.
No.
You just
So I've got some
ask
things
where
here
my
that-
lawyer is and then just shut up.
That's what I need. I just need that. You studied engineering, hospitality, and beauty at college. Were all of those at college?
Yes. So I got my first job straight out of school at 16.
Mm-hmm.
And my mum works at
So
the
16,
college.
is that when you're done with school?
So that's when we can be done with school. We can leave earlier.
Okay.
Or we can go, like I said, into college or into sixth form or uni and stuff from there. And
Like
be
our
any
formal
age.
school, like the high school, ends at 18. I mean, you can leave earlier. Like if you're 16, you can like drop out and get a GED and things like that. But our high school goes to 18, and that's when people go to college. So I was just curious.
So like we can go to 18, which is when we would get into like sixth form if you was to stay in school, which is what my sister did.
Yeah.
She did up until 16 at our first boarding school, and then transferred to another boarding school that offered a sixth form.
Okay.
And then I followed her to that one too. But then I finished. Carry on.
So you were with your sister most of the time. You were at boarding school even after 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as soon as I finished school at 16, I came out of school.
Right.
I wasn't sticking around to
Right.
to carry on. But I got my first job, and then my mum works at the actual local college, and she deals with all the modern apprenticeships
Okay.
for the college. And she basically told me about this new apprentice that was coming up. It was 3 months in college, getting all your certificates, and then it was 3 months on-site training, and then 6 months actually on site. And I was like, do you know what? I'll go for it. If anything, it gives me a qualification. And out of the 30 students that made it through, I was the only girl.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
So literally, and I think by the end of it, after summer dropped out, I think there was like 21, 22 of us.
Okay.
And I was still the only girl. But I was also the second youngest. There was only one guy that was younger than me. And it was hard going because obviously, yes, I'm the only girl.
Now, what were you studying for at this time?
This was my engineering.
Okay.
So, like, we did 3 months in college between September and Christmas. And then we had the Christmas holiday. And then we went into on-site training, which is where we actually traveled away for a little while. And we did, it was like a month and a half at one site doing all of our like cable. So like chopping up the cables, looking inside the cables, getting to know what the cables look like from a distance and getting all that side of the certificates. And then for the other like month and a half, 2 months, we actually went down to England and did our pylon training. So I don't know what you guys call them over there, but we have poles that run electricity from pylons to houses, so it's like a lower voltage. And then we have the big metal structures that hold like the 30,000 voltage that takes it from the power plant to the transformer to then go to the houses. So after that, it was literally, we got buddied up with, it was our local like energy provider, and they would take us on site, and they would either take us up pylons, they would take us up electrical poles, and
you can have that.
I'll have that. It's like we have these things, and they're called cherry pickers. Yeah. And they're literally like the buckets on the back of a van that would take you up so high. Mm-hmm. And for us to progress, basically, we had to get in one of these and be able to stay up there for 5 minutes without being like fainting or without like chickening out. And the guy that was taking us up in the cherry picker looked up at me and went, "Are you going to be all right for this?" And I went, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay."
He's like, "I went to boarding school with my sister. Of course I'll be all right."
Like, yeah. And he was like, so he got me, like, we got myself clipped into the cherry picker. He took it up. And I think this was like a 30-foot cherry picker. Like, it wasn't small. Yeah. And he took it up at maybe about like 10, 12, 15 feet. And he was like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, some of the guys chickened out by this point. And I was like, "Does this go any higher?" And he's like, "Yeah, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And he was like, "Okay." And he took it all the way up. And I waved down to the people down there. And he was like, "You're like 16, 17. Are you?" And I'm like, "Mate, I used to climb up like 60-foot trees. This is nothing." And he was like, "Okay." And I was just like, we just had a conversation at the top of the cherry picker. And he was like, "Right, I think we need to go down now." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, why'd you do it to me?
I know. Like, just leave me up there. I'll be fine.
No, to me, that job, the reason why I say you can have it, the height, I'm cool with heights. It's electricity. That's the thing I don't mess with.
Yeah.
like I've seen a lot of videos. I've done construction 8 years. I've seen a lot of videos where like they have those big long rubber like
Yep.
gloves that go up to like your shoulder. But if it has like even a needle hole in it, the electricity will literally go from that to you, and you're dead. I'm like, I can't mess with that. And you guys can have that. You can keep it.
Yeah, but it's also like there's a safety bubble.
Yeah.
Which is why you see birds sitting on them.
Yeah.
Of where you become, like if you enter this little bubble, you become the same polarity. And as long as you don't touch a wire above you where it can cross, and as long as you don't go over the insulation to touch the actual metal pylon, you're safe. Because there's nowhere for the electricity to run through to connect to the floor.
Right. I understand what you're saying, but you can still have
it. My cousin was an electrician, and he was working for a contractor that did some commercial work, and they were on top of a building, and there was a power breaker box up on the top. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not an electrician, but the guy was telling him to go in there and take care of something and do it. And my cousin was he was an apprentice and was working on getting his journeyman. And I think he was getting his hands-on experience with this guy. And he's like, that doesn't look safe. I don't think I should do this. And he's like, no, go ahead and do it. My cousin's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And the guy says, fine, I'll do it. And he did it. It blasted him off the roof. Like off the roof. The guy fell like 50 feet off of the building, and he was messed up for months and months. He said he lived, but I don't know how well of a life he has after that. So it is crazy. It's dangerous. And, there's definitely safety precautions. And if you're not working with someone that's not being safe, that's definitely your life that you're risking. But being aware and knowledgeable is definitely your friend for that stuff.
Like all my certificates from that time have obviously all expired, and if I was to want to get back into it, I'd have to go through all the training again and get all the certificates. But I'm quite happy where I am, so I don't think I'll be doing that. But like the guys that I was with, as much as they were understanding that I was a woman and a girl, they were arseholes. I'm just gonna call it as it is. They were arseholes. And like they wouldn't include me in things. They'd go down to like dinner and stuff like that, and I'd like wander in, and they'd all be down there and they'd all be finished, and I'd just go and sit by myself and read my book and then get my dinner. And stuff like that. And they tried to be like, there was a couple that took me under their wing and tried to get me into the group. But I was just like, I couldn't connect with anyone because it was me against them almost, because I was the only girl.
Right.
And it got to that point where I couldn't take it on site anymore. So about 3 months in to like the 6 months at the end, with 3 months to go, I went into the offices and helped plan where the guys need to be and where they need to be and when and stuff like this, because it just got too much of me trying to fit in and them not helping.
Right. So it's not so much the job and the work and the things that you have to do. It's the social experience that you had with that.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate too. Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
and go on, Goofy.
To me, you get like I said, I did construction for like 8 years. You get a lot of assholes in that. Like people are just people. But then I think when you put it with the younger kids too, so you're getting more of an asshole plus all that stuff. So
yeah, and it's like obviously I was 16. I turned 17 in the October, and there was like one guy, and he was like a few months younger than me. Like it wasn't like he was 15 about to turn 16. He was 16 about to turn 17 like I was. And I think the oldest guy that was there was like in his like late 30s, early 40s. So there was a range of ages.
Right.
It's just a case of like I was the only girl.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and some
Um,
people might have been put off by that for some reason, or felt jealousy, or whatever reason they're feeling that way. It's
yeah,
not necessarily appropriate, but sometimes young people don't have their, I don't know, they just don't understand how they act and how it affects other people. And,
Correct.
yeah. So that's something that you're past now. And did you have fun with it otherwise? Besides
oh
the
yeah, like I loved it. Like the
Mhm.
experience of it all and stuff like that was amazing.
Mhm.
But it was just, I think I was too young for it.
Okay.
And like it was amazing because the year after, more girls applied.
Right. Like
And
that
it
might have
was,
helped just to have one other girl with you.
well, that's it. And it was like, I think out of the thousands of applicants that applied for it, there was only 2 girls.
Right.
And out of them 2 girls, I was the only one that went through.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So having another girl would have been great.
Right.
And from what my mum's been telling me, that like the few years after that, more and more girls were applying. Like it was a case of like, because it was like a, what we like call a guinea pig.
Okay.
It was the first of its kind and stuff like that. So like it made the papers and stuff like this, which was great. And then
When you were in it, it made the
Yeah.
papers.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
So you were laying the groundwork, and like other people might have been inspired by you. That's awesome. There you go. That's awesome.
So it was great in seeing that. Like it was great that more girls were applying and they were thinking that I can do this and stuff like that. But just when it was my time, it was just me against them.
Right. So you fought the hard fight, and now it's a little bit easier, thanks to you.
Yeah.
Because you went out there and stood up. That's pretty impressive. I know it's unfortunate the way things went with the other people in that experience, but you know, cheers to you for doing that, and you know, putting up with it as much as you did, because it definitely helped other people down the road.
Correct.
Yeah.
You also went to school for hospitality and beauty?
Yes. So, well, between my electrical and my hospitality, I did like a short 12-week course for business management and financial accounting.
Okay.
Don't like that though, so it's fine. Like I like my numbers, I just didn't like the course.
Right.
But it was meant to be one of these like see how it is kind of courses, and then you could go on to do the actual bigger course to get the qualifications for it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. That's a good way to do it, you know, to figure out what you like.
I took a couple of years out and I did just work. And then I went back to uni or college and I did a 2-year apprenticeship for hospitality. And that was 5 days a week. 4 of them days I was actually working in the college at the canteens. Mm-hmm. So I was like serving the students their foods and helping them in the canteen and the cafe and stuff like that. And then 1 day a week I was actually doing like the coursework and going to actual classes. The first year we do like the way that the college is set up, it's over 3 floors. And the first floor had a small cafe and a shop, but then it also had like a silverware restaurant that would run in the evening. Okay. And then upstairs on the 3rd floor, it would have like a massive canteen area that served more food and had a bigger seating area. So my first year there, I would do, I think it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at the cafe/canteen area. And then on Thursday, I would actually run part of the restaurant with other students. Like it was one of these, like students were serving, but students were also cooking in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To give students like a real world experience of like, this is how you would run a small like restaurant and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it wasn't like we only did like 2 courses. We did like 3-4 courses of like starter, main, dessert and cheese. And then my second year I actually went into more the coursework and the health and safety of it all and the hygiene side and got my certificates that way.
Okay.
And then from there, I went straight into beauty. Like, I didn't take any time off. I finished the hospitality in like the June, July time. And then in the September, when the school started back up again, I went straight into my first year of beauty. I did that, went into my second year of beauty, and then COVID hit.
Ooh, no.
Were you enjoying that better? I mean, is that why you went to that? Okay.
Yeah. So when I was at hospitality, they try and ask you to keep a neutral face while working, because obviously like contamination, and they don't need like stuff falling in, like if you ended up with like a bit of loose powder falling into the food.
Okay.
But then come when I was actually doing the coursework, that one day a week, I'd come in, I'd be like all these like colored eyeshadows and bright lips, and it got to the point where the beauty lecturers would come up to me and be like, have you ever thought of applying?
Okay.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And stuff like that. And I was like, well, I didn't. And I didn't know I would like enjoy it doing it on myself to then do it on someone else. And they were like, well, you should just give it a try.
Yeah.
So there was like four different tiers of health and like not health and beauty, but hair and beauty.
Yeah.
And the qualification that I had just finished in my hospitality meant that I could skip the first tier and go straight onto the second tier.
Okay.
So I was going in at a more advanced level, and some of the students that I was actually going in with had completed the course below us. So they had a bit more experience, but I came in and I was perfectly fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the only downside of it all is the fact that I have dyslexia. So the coursework side of it was a bit struggling. But I had the additional help of in certain exams. I got a scriber, so I would sit with them in a room by myself. They would read the question and I would just verbally answer it to them, and they would write down what I say.
Okay.
Which was really great because I'm okay doing this. I can talk to people like there's no tomorrow. But getting thoughts from brain to paper is where it all gets jumbled up.
Right.
So basically I would sit in the room, they would and we had it that a pass mark was 70%, but then you remediated to the 100. So as long as I hit that 70%, I would then get it back and I would answer the questions. If I'd missed maybe questions or I'd got questions wrong, I could go back, research what I'd missed or what I'd gotten wrong, and I'd be able to correct it to then get to the 100% mark.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, it was I thoroughly enjoyed it, and if I could I'd go back. And I'd love to, because it wasn't just makeup, it was all beauty treatments like massaging and waxing. And
I wonder if that's something you could incorporate into a Twitch stream, like do makeovers live on stream. That'd be interesting.
Well, I was gonna blackmail the partner that I would do his on live.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, trim up his eyebrows,
Right.
your partner, trim it up,
Uh-oh.
get him.
And he has no choice in the matter because he loves me.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do it, he doesn't love me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's pulling the card. She's pulling the card.
Yeah. You got a human canvas over here. This
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said something. No,
You're in trouble now.
I know.
Yeah.
So since COVID hit, you didn't finish it?
I didn't finish my second year, no.
Are you thinking about going back or?
Like I want to, and it'd be amazing if I could. I don't know if it's viable though. Just with the fact that work stream, planning a wedding,
Right.
it kind of like it can get too much, and I don't want to be burning myself out.
Well, yeah, I would say probably maybe after the wedding if you wanted to. Probably
Yeah,
be
like-
way more viable because like streaming,
That
streaming, work's work, but you're planning a wedding. That's a big toll.
Yeah, so that was kind of hopefully the plan is I would sit down. I'm going to try and sit down with my partner and we would go through what is viable about me going back to uni.
Okay.
Because at the moment I literally have basic qualifications when it comes to my beauty. I can do basic massage, I can do basic waxing, obviously like makeup and eyebrow and eyelash tinting, which is great. But then the course that I was about to complete before COVID hit goes into more of your electrotherapies. So we do it's like muscle toning and cellulite burning, and then your hot stone massage and your bamboo massage and your there's actually a hair removal process of where you stick a needle into the hair,
Right.
and like basically zap it so it kills it right at the root rather than
Right.
just pulling it out with some wax.
it's
Goofy's
supposed-
just like, I'm done.
Yeah. It's supposed to never grow back, I think. Like that's the idea, is to kill the root. That's crazy.
But
I'd rather get waxed for the rest of my life than any kind of
but like
sit me
people
down in
do
a
it.
chair, put the helmet on.
But you
People-
got to do each hair. That's so tedious. You're like,
And
Each
like-
hair?
Each
Yeah,
hair.
individual hair. You go inside and-
That's what I think about it.
Bye.
right.
I'm out.
You just have to be like me and not have so many.
I mean, I got thick hair. You
Yeah.
man.
Like it's not normally used on like
Right, be like
hair.
eyebrows. Be
It's
like eyebrows.
like it's very rarely used on the face unless
okay.
people were wanting it as a more of a permanent solution instead of
Right.
waxing every 3 weeks.
3
but
weeks.
it's- Well, yeah, that's what people
Okay.
normally do.
Oh,
How
okay.
much does a waxing cost? Jeez.
It depends. You can
Mhm.
go for full legs, you can go for half legs, you can go for bikini line.
The
you can
people
go
that
for
do that to
full on.
people, They must enjoy putting people through pain. that's not pleasant, right? Like, I
If
don't know.
done right,
Yeah.
it actually doesn't cause pain
Oh, okay.
because
All right, where's your
Like-
partner? I want to see it right now. I want to see
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Professional. I want to see it.
Yeah.
right
I want to see this no pain face. Let's see the
so
no
if you
pain
imagine
face.
obviously like your arm,
Yeah.
they would lay the wax down, put the strip on top, and if they pulled like this, then yes, it's going to hurt. But if they pulled along the arm, it's
Oh.
more of a cleaner process of removal and it doesn't hurt as much.
So it's
Because
like going with
especially-
grain.
Yes.
It's
It's a
grain.
technique to it.
Literally, like you don't see people like going in and they're like chiseling away at a piece of wood.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll
Would it be
go
like-
with the grain for as long as they possibly can
Correct.
before they need to adjust. That's what we do. Like on the leg hairs, you've got over the knee. We would actually sit with someone's knee like this. We would do this area, then we would do this area, and then we would connect them over the kneecap. We wouldn't go completely over the kneecap and like rip someone's kneecap off. Do you know what I mean? Like we would do it in processes,
Okay.
and you would go. There's like
Do you
different.
pull? Do you pull with the hair or like against the hair?
So there's different
So,
processes.
so like my hair's laying down this way. Would I pull so that it goes with the hair? Or would I pull so that it's pulling the hair back
Yeah,
the opposite way that it's going?
There's different processes. There's a process called warm wax, which basically you put it on, you put the strip over because it's sticky, and you pull it against the hair.
Okay.
Look at her devil face when she said it. Pull against
the
it.
hair.
Like,
Right,
yeah.
And then there's a process of hot wax, and that dries like solid, still like rubbery, so it's malleable and you can move it, but it dries hard. And you more often than not, unless it's in a certain area, do that with the hair.
Okay.
So I think the second one you're talking about, I've seen videos of like.
Yes. And they do like a big massive area and they pull it off in one strip.
Yes.
Do we need to watch a video of that right now?
I mean, there was a guy. Okay, listen. There was a guy. He was a bald guy, and he was getting his whole head, and the guy's pulling it, and the guy was screaming like
the ones that they do in the barbers. They are brutal.
Yes.
Like they would do literally like from hairline to hairline. Whereas if you was to get that done in a beauty salon, they would do the back of the head, then they would do the top of the head, then they would do the hairline at the front, and they would do it in a step-by-step process. They wouldn't just like scalp a guy.
Yeah. Well,
Does that make it less painful then, doing the little pieces?
Yeah.
Does it all work out like just get the paint over with one quick rip? Is it
like obviously everyone has a different pain threshold.
Yeah.
Like majority of the time, people with piercings and tattoos have a higher pain threshold than people that don't, because they've.
I stink. I'm not good. I'm a.
Are you a wuss? But like, so obviously, if you then do like a small piece of wax, people have a chance to get to know how it feels. And they're able to like breathe through the rest without it hurting so much.
I kind of want to try it. Just try it. I really do.
I've always said that my plan is hopefully 2024, 2025. I'm going to hopefully try and come over to the US to visit people.
Oh, snap. Okay.
You can bring my waxing kit to you, Goofy.
All right. So how's this going to work? We're going to go.
And I'll do a live stream of like waxing your legs or something.
Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. Where are you gonna go first?
Well, I was gonna go like across. So I was gonna start like East Coast, closest to me.
Yeah.
And then kind of like go across till about where I can go no more, and then go home.
Okay. Well, here's my question on that. What if you'd had to say, like, I'm not getting a bikini wax, but if you had to say like the worst part to get waxed, what do you think it would be? Would you think it would be what Gnome's about to show? You know, a little bit here,
so
or
apart from, we doing.
So
It's Goofy right here.
Oh, you fucker!
Okay.
Well, I'm saying, look, I'm kind of hairy. I'm not that hairy, so I'm wondering.
So you have obviously your chest for a male. It's quite a sensitive area, but unless you was to go like actually like groin bikini wax,
No.
the inside of your leg,
Yeah.
So you're talking like thigh,
like in here.
I would. I mean, I'd be comfortable with that. I mean, you're gonna see Patrick. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mate, I've got tattoos all up my leg. It hurts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've sat through bikini waxes and I had to tap out on my tattoo.
Oh wow.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Getting the inside of your leg done.
I'm gonna do what he did. Oh, Kelly Clarkson. You know, I'm just start yelling some random shit. I'm like, oh, Ricky Bobby.
But it has to. What?
I mean, I would be down with it. I mean, we can make a trip. We can go down, go get our guzzlers. I can meet you down there.
I've got mine.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Hold that up. That's autographed too, isn't it? Let's get a.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying.
Yes.
After I knew about it, I was trying. I'm trying to get it. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I'll go down there and get my guzzler. Okay.
Right.
And I'll meet you there, and then we can have all three of us, and I'll get the inner thigh.
We'll get Corey's done as well.
Corey, yeah. We'll have to
Get
him
him
on board.
right.
I would think
Well.
the armpit would hurt the most, though. You say it's like inner thigh?
But you can breathe through that. That it's like it's gone. Like it's.
What do you mean breathe? Like.
So with the inner thigh, you can do a massive area and it'll all come off. Whereas with the underarm, not armpit, you've got hair in different directions, so you have to do it in sections.
Okay. I mean, what if you did the armpit thing? What if you did all of it, like that decent? Like instead of, because you're saying you'd actually do like up here and then down a little bit lower and then like the middle. What if you did all of it?
It wouldn't work. It would hurt like a motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
But only because the hair grows in different directions.
Okay.
And it might be okay, like you pull obviously against the hair at the top bit and against the hair at the under bit. But if you was to do that all in one go, you're going to be pulling against the hair on one section and then with the hair on another section.
So it would be
and
like
that's how you end up with wax burn.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Corey, we're doing this. I'm bringing you in. I'll buy all the guzzlers for the next year. You're doing it with me. No, but yeah, I always wanted to like try it, just to see how it feels. And I think legs and arms, I think that would just be like kind of easy. So I would go for like the most ridiculous, besides not getting into the.
Or just do both eyebrows.
No.
You can't see them because of your glasses. You'll be fine.
No. I did like 2 years ago. I told everybody if I got like 100 likes, this, that, everything else, I'll shave my head and I'll shave my face, and I did. And they're like, I told them I'd get rid of all the hair, and they're like, oh, but your eyebrows are still there. I'm like, I'm not getting rid of the eyebrows, bro. I'm not getting rid of the eyebrows. Like,
one of my buddies has very, very light eyebrows, and part of his thing, I think he does it for donations on his stream. He'll draw in eyebrows. he's a comic book artist, but he'll actually take a pencil and draw his eyebrows. Like it's fun. Anyway, so is this happening? Are we getting the bikini wax?
No, not getting bikini. No,
not bikini. Just wax 2023. Yep. You said
24, 25.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
24, 25. All right,
you
got a few years to prepare.
A couple of years to prepare.
That's right.
I'm gonna go get like an inner thigh tattoo and see like it'd be like, all right, I can gauge the pain after that.
Yeah.
So you're planning a trip to the U.S. in a few years. What do you have a plan?
Not really. It's kind of like a goal that I want to do.
Okay.
If it happens, it happens. If not, I'll just postpone it until it can. But I game with a lot of people in America, and it'd be nice to be able to go and visit them, and stuff like Melly and Corey and Maddie that have all been kind of majority of the time with me since the beginning. It would be really nice to just go and visit everyone. And Maddie, she's amazing. Like she hypes me up anytime she can get, and she'll pop into the Discord, and if I'm in a phone call, and she'll pop in that and she'll come in and say hi, or if I'm streaming, she'll come in and she'll just chat for a little bit, and then she'll be like, okay, my crotch goblins are being little shits, got to go.
Cross cousins.
She
That is
so
the best
she-
name for kids I've ever heard in my life.
so she has two twin boys, and she actually now has one on the way.
Oh.
And it would just be lovely to see everyone and other people that I play with. That like there's a whole kind of group of guys that I now am going to be then playing COD with, and it's stuff like Sullivan, it's Son, it's his little brother, he's got the little brother Azzy, and the Mighty Ghoul, Sandy Cheeks, I Am Dad TTV. They all like together almost in Oklahoma.
Okay, so geographically they're really close to each other.
Yeah, so it's stuff
Gotcha.
like Sandy and the Mighty Ghoul, they work together.
Nice.
I Am Dad TTV and Sullivan work together. And I actually think there's a marriage relation between Sandy and Dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, so they're all like, they
They're all
all know
connected.
each other.
Yeah.
And it would be amazing because one of my other viewers, Banana, he's actually Russian and he lives in Russia. And it'd be lovely to be able to like both of us to go over and see everyone. And then it would just be like my short 5'8" ass with all these like 6 foot guys that I'm just like.
Honestly, it's a great goal because playing video games with people for X amount of time, and then like seeing them like through this, it's totally different to actually go somewhere and like actually meet up.
Yeah, like stuff with like so Sandy and Ghoul, they do cam streams. Dad's about to get cam streams. Sully's about to get cam streams going. And like it'd just be amazing, like sat in the background while they're streaming and just go, I'm here too.
Came from over the pond.
And stuff like that. So it'd be nice to see everyone. It would be. Obviously, if it's like I said, if it's not viable in 24, then we'll try 25. If it's not viable in 25, we'll try 26, and we'll just keep it going until I can get over there.
I mean,
And,
the longer it takes, the more places you're going to have to go.
and like
You'll be just meeting so many more people.
that's it. And it's stuff like, obviously, yeah, I'm over here. And there's not a big community over here. Everyone that I game with is pretty much US, apart from a select few. So it would be lovely to just go and see everyone and get drunk. That's my plan.
Yeah.
I'm instead of like bar crawling, I'm just gonna state crawl, and I'll just like crawl over each state line into the next pub and meet up with more people.
Okay, so I gotta ask you a question. You put yourself up with other people that drink, and I don't know if you ever drank with Americans. Where would you put yourself? Top, whatever. What do you think, drinking wise? You're saying you want to drink and crawl. I'm just wondering.
Well, last night I got absolutely hammered off a bottle of wine and a cider, but I haven't been drinking for a while.
Okay.
So obviously, if I keep drinking, I just build up a tolerance to it, and then the like Scottish blood kicks in, and I'm fine. I don't get hungover either. So, like I said, I was drinking last night, and I got absolutely smashed to the point where I had to go and sleep, and I'm fine now. Like,
I know you're Scottish, but I'm gonna let you know this. I'm a little bit older than you. Wait another couple of years, it'll come. It'll come.
my dad's 62 and still doesn't get hungover.
All right, everybody that's out there, I'll give you one helpful hint that I just found out of all my years of drinking. Just found out at a buddy of mine's wedding. If you're gonna drink whiskey, fill the whole glass up and never let that ice go because it's actually giving you water at the same time.
Yep.
My buddy told me that. He's like, man, dude, literally just fill up your glass with ice and then how much whiskey you want. He's like, don't add no Coke, no nothing. It's just whiskey and water, and just have your little, if you need. I was like, no, dude. But yeah, the ice melts. You wait a couple minutes, ice melts, and then it's cold whiskey, and you're drinking watered down whiskey.
Yep.
Never get a hangover because I didn't. And I drank.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Water definitely helps for the hydration to keep for that hangover.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure. What do we-
Your partner, I know it's a little bit late, but your partner said he'll be in the background laughing the whole time when you wax.
That's from waxing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Only because he knows that he'll be next.
Oh, he'll be laughing about being next.
He'll be laughing because he'll be like, oh, wait, I gotta go.
Since you did the beauty school stuff, how often do you actually wax your partner / like trim them up, do all that kind of stuff?
So
Or you kind of don't, like he goes somewhere else and gets it done.
So at the moment he's trying to grow out his beard, to like a gnome style.
Ooh.
And at the moment he's a little bit longer than you right now, Goofy.
Well, I've been trying to grow this since like 91, so it's just.
I wasn't even born then. So actually, to be honest, neither was he.
Hey, it's okay. It's my year of birth.
So he's trying to grow it out. So he's just leaving it right now. The best thing to do with hair is just leave it. And like, don't touch it. Maybe like moisturize it to keep the hair healthy, but just don't touch it with like trimmers, clippers, anything like that for like a good 9-12 months. And yes, it'll get scruffy.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously then you can like gauge what length you like it at, and you can then like trim it up and stuff like that. But yeah, so he's trying to grow it out. But every so often, like I'll trim his mustache because he just doesn't like it. Like he ends up eating it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know. Like with Titch, my wax kit's actually at her house, and I wax like her eyebrows and I tint her eyebrows and stuff like that. Obviously, if my wax kit was here at home, I'd do my own. Yeah. But I just sit there with tweezers. I live through the pain. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah, after a while. My sister did that to me like twice. I'm like, leave me alone.
Should tweeze your eyebrows.
Yeah. I was like, I don't need to look Gucci.
You already do. What are you on about?
What do you mean?
I said you already look Gucci. You don't.
No, I don't. What's Gucci
you
about
do.
me? What do you mean?
Look at that. Everyone is. Everyone's perfect in their own way.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't need to look overly Gucci. How about that?
We need to change your name to Gucci MTF.
Yeah.
All right, I need to take him off my arm. I need to put Gucci right here.
No, just put him in some Gucci kit. You'll be fine.
That's right.
I wonder if I could put something there. Get him like a Gucci belt or something.
Yeah.
Nah.
So you're going to be getting into some Vanguard in a little while?
Hopefully, that's the plan. If
Okay.
my squad will have me, if they're not full.
Uh-oh.
I think they make room. I think they would make room.
Right.
What to carry
you
you?
gotta give them a little bit of this. You gotta give them a little heart thing you've been doing. They'll let you in.
Yeah.
But it seems its son said he's gonna be the DJ.
Oh, bet.
When you're coming for the US trip, I think he's talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll just hire out a big van and we'll just go around with a DJ kit in the back, you know.
He's got a year of mixology skills, so he's got that behind him.
We'll be sorted.
Like...
I'm ready. Listen, I'm ready for the party then. That's what's gonna happen.
That's right.
I'll do the state crawl with you.
Hell yeah! We'll just pick up other streamers as we go.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll drive down. I'll meet you at Corey. We'll steal him and his little one that they just had. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Corey.
Cute as hell.
He is the cutest little pudding ever.
Like he said, he got the looks from the mom, so it's good. Anyway. So we grab him and the little one because you gotta get the jeans, you gotta get the glasses on the little one. He's gonna be the lady killer.
Yeah, literally.
And then we're just gonna go coast to coast and go find people.
Like my partner hates me talking about babies because he knows I get into a state of wanting one constantly. But as soon as I saw that little face, my ovaries just screamed. The cutest little thing ever.
Well,
should we share a picture of his baby on here so you guys can see?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Corey, where you
I'm also gonna munch on some sweeties.
We do that.
Sweeties? What do you got?
I've got it's a mixed variety of like German chewy sweets.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna. Do you want a sweetie?
What do you give them sweets? 1 out of 10. What do you got? What do you think is your favorite? Oh.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
There
goodness!
Look at that little face.
I forget who said the comments, but somebody said they're like, honestly, when kids just come out, they look like little aliens. You got lucky because you came out
right,
cute.
or like raisins, and definitely
Yeah.
cute. Yep.
It's so cute.
I don't want to show everything in there, but I think we.
Sorry to your partner. She's gonna her ovaries are screaming.
But I give these sweets like a good solid 8.
Oh my gosh!
There's this other little one.
Oh look!
So cute.
Oh, look at the little beans.
Yes.
And Corey was a guest on Gnome Presents podcast a few
He
weeks back,
was.
so
Yes,
a little props.
we
to
love
Corey.
Corey.
Yes. Nah. If only. Get a little baby.
I just have a fur baby.
That's all I have too.
What's your fur baby's name?
Athena.
Athena.
Like the Greek goddess. Athena.
Nice.
Gnome's over there with 85 different animals. Loves every
Yeah.
single one of them.
Yeah.
With a farm.
We definitely got a few.
Yeah. Oh man. But it seems like I don't know. Like this next year is going to be really big for you. Congratulations! Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I know. Sorry,
you and
guys,
your
I'm
partner.
off the market.
Yeah. She's taken. She's dialed down.
Oh, shame.
Shame.
It's like 2 a.m. for you right now.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be streaming after this? How late do you stay up?
I'll probably stay up for another 10 hours.
Sheesh. Actually, me too. I got to go to work, but
Right.
I'll be streaming. Come and see me get absolutely my ass handed to me in COD.
I mean, I might post you up there. I'll have you on my computer. I don't know about my phone. I normally jam out to some music. You got music on yours?
I normally, like, if I'm not streaming from my, like, if I'm streaming from my Xbox, I can't. It's literally just gameplay.
Yeah.
But if I'm streaming from my PC, I can put my song requests and shit on.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Wolfertown says that you want a snake and he wants a rat.
Yes. And I have also said that I promise I won't feed the rat to the snake.
Right. I was gonna say those are like mortal enemies. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, like I've always loved reptiles. To the point where before I was even in boarding school, so this is me in I'm 9, 8, 7 years old, and we were at the squadron bar on camp. And one of what we call squaddies or singlies, so the guys that live on camp, they don't have family, they don't have a family house outside of camp. Had like a massive snake, as they can have pets, obviously, if they're allowed, if they can be in cages and stuff like that. And they were like, I want to go and get the snake, but I'm scared the kids, especially the young ones, won't like it. And I went, snake? And there was literally, I think, for a couple of years, there was like a picture of me. I don't know where it's gone. I'd probably have to ask like my parents to see if they have it, of me with this massive snake on me.
Wow.
And I'm just like,
That's cool.
I love reptiles. And it's like anytime people have like chameleons and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, I just want to touch it.
Are you allowed to have like boa constrictors and stuff like that over there? Because I think that's domestic, isn't it?
Yeah, as long as they're caged, we pretty much can have any animal as long as it's legal. So,
Okay.
What kind of snake are you looking to get? Maybe eventually.
So
King
I would
cobra.
love just like a little, just a little corn snake. But then
Okay.
I do love like my boas and my like the anacondas and shit
An
like
anaconda.
that.
Woof.
Like I'd love one. Do you know what I mean? And
Right.
he wants a rat.
Ball python. That's highest son. Those are great.
Yeah, so he wants a rat, and when we first started talking about it, I was like, yeah, but if you get a rat, I'm just gonna feed it to the snake.
Okay.
And he was like, no, you wouldn't. I was like, try me.
Uh-oh.
But
Well, I
then
don't know if you get a little corn snake and he gets a rat, not a
You just
mouse.
have to
get-
It's a rat. He might that rat might take out your snake.
if I get a big snake,
Yeah,
Right,
you have
like
to
a
get
ball
big snake.
python or something.
yeah.
An anaconda will eat you though. I don't want to get any snake that can eat me. Like any animal that's
No.
dangerous to my health. I don't think I really want that personally.
But then I kind of went to a compromise that if I'm allowed a snake, you're allowed a rat, and I promise I won't feed the rat to the snake.
She's over there on
There you
stream,
go.
just holding it up by the tail.
Right.
Look what
Snake-
I can do, but I can't do it.
So don't-
Literally,
don't get the
just
multicolored
hold
rat.
the snake over to the rat cage, just like,
Right.
do you want dinner?
That's like teasing the snake all the time. Like, I smell that rat. I smell.
Well, they'll probably have other mice or something, but
Yeah.
You'll have to get a rat that's like a really generic, plain-looking rat and not multicolored. In case you do feed it to the snake, you can just get
Yeah.
a new one, and nobody knows. No. Like, oh, you brought? No, that's the same rat. I promise. It's the
Yeah.
same one. Look.
Why is Pinky peeing everywhere? It's not like him.
Yeah.
See, what had happened is
The snake escaped.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, you're probably better off just maybe having like 2 mice, and then you could just have them have babies, and that's free food. And then you
Yeah.
can have his animals, and then you just feed the babies. I know it's very hard to say, but yeah, it's
Right.
life.
Circle of life.
So, some people
Yeah.
do that. It's a cost-effective way to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't keep them separate, those mice they reproduce
Multiply.
really fast.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Like rabbits.
Yeah.
Its son says I used to have an albino ball python. He passed away a year ago, sadly. I'm sorry to hear
Sorry to hear that.
Your snake. Sounds like a cool snake to have, though. An albino
Yeah.
ball python would be fun.
Like you can actually get, and they're actually called a rainbow. I think they're a rainbow python. So they're almost albino, but they've got like a rainbow sheen to them. So
Mhm.
when the scales hit the lights and stuff,
Right,
they
like an
actually
iridescent
are-
glow sort of thing.
yeah, and they look, and you can get them in black as well. So it's like black or
Yeah.
white, and it looks so cool.
With the
And I
ball
s-
pythons, they're doing a lot of stuff like that because they're making designer snakes essentially, and a lot of breeders are
Yeah.
out there trying to make these custom things. And I can't say that it's
Yeah,
great 100% for the snakes because there's like inbreeding and things like that going on, and they have a lot of health issues with some of them, but they do come out with some really beautiful looking designs, that's for sure.
yeah.
So you're talking something like this then.
Yes, and you
Mhm.
just
That
see
is
it, and
beautiful.
it's like all the different,
Look at that. That's
like, yeah, like you see it. Obviously, yeah, it's black, but then the scales have that like shimmer, and then down 1 and across 3 just before the grinder.
Right, not the
Oh.
grinder.
don't look.
like-
Don't look.
even the one below that, like, it's like, yeah, like it is literally like rainbow.
Oh, Reddit. You done messed up.
Right. That's like that pearl sort of thing. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
That looks
And they
silver.
It looks so cool. And I
This
love
one,
my
I would
rainbows.
want this one. I'd want
That
that
was
one.
neat.
Oh, look at it.
They're all
So
beautiful.
Hyatt Sun says mine was all white with red eyes. That sounds like a true albino.
Yes.
Those guys usually have vision issues in there. They can't see as far. With the
Yeah.
ball pythons, it's kind of cool because they actually have pit sensors to detect heat as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that they can sense heat and vision. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So plans for other pets anytime soon? Are you sticking with the puppers for now?
We always want, like, we've always said that if we get a bigger house, we'll get another dog, or even potentially a cat. Like, my future sister-in-law, she got a kitten for the girl's birthday, and her and the cat get on like really well. Like, there's no scrapping or anything like
Okay.
that. But the cat has also grown up around 2 Labradoodles.
Got you.
And so, yeah, we've said that if we could, we would either get another dog that's similar size, if not maybe slightly bigger, because I don't want to be going into like Chihuahua territory.
Right.
So little shits. So it's always been a case of that we would try and get a dog, like, obviously similar or bigger. I've grown up around big dogs. He's grown up around big dogs. This is our first ever small dog.
Mm-hmm.
Or like we said, we'd try and get like almost a cat similar in size as well. Like, we can get like Maine Coons.
Yeah.
And they're like they grow
They're
to
cool.
like
They're
the
cool.
size of her, basically.
Yeah.
If I got a cat, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. I wouldn't
like
mind
cats.
a Maine Coon.
But then obviously, yeah, we want to kind of go down the like reptile rodent way as well. And I kind of want to just end up like Gnome and end up with a farm. Do you know?
Right.
Like one of everything, if I could. Do you know?
Yeah. I'm the same way. All I got is a pit bull and some fish.
Yes, look at the size of that monstrosity.
That one might be. I don't know if that's a big one, but they are big.
Well, that's the record holder.
Oh, okay. That was the record holder for size. Got you.
Yeah, but they do like.
They look like lions. They've got that fur that you see them a lot of times in like the like elite cat photography and things like that. They'll have the Maine Coons and like I don't know. They're just like regal in their their photography stuff. They're cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you buy one of those, like normally, like if you get like a Great Dane or something like that, you know that they have a shorter life expensive. Like, how long do those cats normally last? Does anyone know?
I think the Maine Coons are just like normal cats. They're going to be like 15 to 20 years, plus. So they don't have any like health issues with their breed or anything like that, or being large.
I think they're actually a purebred though. They're not like a mutt.
Okay, so they're actual cats from back in the day.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, because
like,
it kind of looks like a bobcat.
I think they're a descendant from the wildcats, but I don't think they're like a mixed breed.
Right.
Like Athena is. She's a Cocker Spaniel poodle. She's not pure poodle. She's not pure Cocker Spaniel. Right. I think Maine's a purebred.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've got some great faces and like
they're just stunning animals.
They are. They're really cool. And cats have like their own personalities. They're different, but yeah.
That's honestly the only thing. Like, I just don't want to be like a dickhead because I just don't want my cat to be a dickhead. I know they can be sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not normally a bred thing of them being dickheads. It's normally how they're raised. Do you know, like? It's normally like, obviously, like Athena, she'll bark at random noises, but she won't bite anyone because we've told her not to. It's more of an upbringing than a breeding trait.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand that. Like I've had a couple different cats, and it's like some of them you get them, they're quiet to themselves, and like you try to call them over, but they're still quiet to themselves. You know, like cats have their own personality. So do dogs, but cats have their own personality. But I just don't want to be like a dickhead.
Right.
How you gonna go out and spend?
If anything, it'd just be taken after you anyway.
Okay.
Shots fired, dude. Shots fired.
She hit it right. She hit that right on the head.
That's why he can't get one. They'd argue. They'd be like, "You asshole." He's like, "No, you asshole."
Yeah. he just wouldn't. The cat wouldn't like me calling him like a mad pussy or something. Like, like the only thing. I'd be like, "Oh, you little turd."
You'd be playing Rocket League.
I call like
smacking stuff off your desk.
Like I don't even know if you guys can see her. She's on the wrong side. But I call her a little shit, and she'll tail wag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you little shit. You little shit.
Oh, I'm so happy.
You little shit. You're such a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Her tail's just wagging. I don't know if you can just
see the tail flagging.
You see it, yeah.
You're just a little shit.
Yeah. Well, I got my little heifer cow. She's all passed out and snoring.
You're a little shit. Are you a little shit? She's like, you just woke me up again, dickhead.
Right.
All right, give me my biscuit.
Right, biscuit time. Better have a biscuit.
There is actually a channel redemption for these on mine. And I need to remember to take them. Look, she's up. She's up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. She heard you open up the lovely, what was that, a bowl or box or something you had?
Little pot.
Yeah. She knew what was happening.
You little shit.
She's like, yeah, keep giving me treats, Ma.
Right.
She can't actually have many of these because they've got CBD in them.
Oh, wow.
Because she's
no wonder she took a nap.
She's very hyper. She's a very hyper dog. With her only being like still technically like a puppy.
Yeah.
She can get quite hyper.
Okay.
But she's only meant to have like 10 or so of them a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's already had like 6.
Okay.
No more treats for you.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Come on then.
Does she know any tricks?
She does, yeah. Right, Athena, come. Come on, up.
Aww. Hi, puppy. What kind of tricks does she know?
She does sit. She does both paw. She does turn in a circle and she dances.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've got nothing.
Dancing and turning cycle. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
A little show poodle.
Let's do it.
We're getting it.
No, you're just wrecking the joint.
Right. She says, yeah, that's what I'm good at.
Just wrecking the joint.
Dancing and trashing stuff.
Right.
We're going to have dog tricks. We got to
Sit. Sit.
Good girl.
Paw.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
It's so cute.
Off. Off. Sit. Sit. Turn. No, that's it. Get off.
Hey, she did a 360 YY no scope.
That's
Get
right.
off. Get off. You dancing? Are you dancing? You dancing? She's a little shit. She does this. She always does this. Sit. No, sit.
There's 7 and 8.
Paw. And the other one.
Oh,
Return. No, that's a 360 no scope. We're not doing one of them. You dancing? You dancing? You dancing? There you go.
That's great.
Up. No, go on. Go and sit. Go up.
Take a pop
up.
spot.
Up. Oh, do you know what? Come on. There you go. She's just like, I'm just going to do this for cuddles, mummy.
Great. She did good.
Yeah, you get the baby basket. That's it right there.
You're just a little baby. You're just a little baby.
Our first pet tricks on No Saint Presents podcast.
All you need is a CBD treats.
Right.
She'll dance and do.
We'll dance for CBD. There we go.
Kind of reminds me of my uncle's dog.
Uh-oh.
Oi, cheeky, this side.
She's going to be sleeping good in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Is she trying to wrestle it off your fingers without biting you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Right, you've got to get off my desk now.
No, I'm gonna say here, get treats.
Today's
and
episode
get
of
a number
Gnome
one
Stand
star.
Presents
Oh, we
is
present
Athena.
Angel. Yeah. Your little debut, huh? You're always on
Right.
my
All right, so
stream,
Athena, what do you do every single day? Well, I guess. And, I'll get these treats and I dance once in a while.
That's awesome. You should
She
try
is,
it.
she's up there now.
Yep.
I can hear
No, I
mine
don't want
snoring in the corner right now. She gets
Yeah.
$2.
Like she's got her back legs on my legs, and then her front paws are on my actual desk.
She's getting ready to type.
Come here. Come on. Come on. We're gonna have girl time. Come here. Come here.
So, do you have any good stories about streaming? Do you have like something that happened or an event or anything like that you want to share?
So I had a very good clutch when I was streaming Sea of Thieves. Oh my goodness, look at that little floof.
She ain't little. She's my little heifer.
She's a little floof. Are you a little floof? You a little floofy? Oh,
Is she happy to pick up
baby.
Goofy's like gonna have a hernia picking up his puppy? Don't hurt yourself. Oh my goodness. There
Oh
she
my
is.
This
goodness.
is Ellie
Oh
Bear.
my goodness.
How many
This is
pounds
my
is that?
heifer.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, Dad, what do you got me up on here
Right.
doing right now? The best part is,
Oh, there we go.
there's my baby girl. Oh, I know, Daddy's so mean to you.
He's like, I am loving this though.
Right. I
Oh.
picture that as like the sitting back watching football.
Hey man, she chills with me every night. All right, we're gonna do the dismount. Oh,
No, we're not going up there. Going over. Good girl. But
yeah. So since we were puppyfied,
Yeah. But yeah, I had quite a good clutch with me streaming Sea of Thieves. Basically, I don't know if guys are familiar with Sea of Thieves, but you're basically a pirate. You can go in solo. You can have 2, 3, 4 people on a boat. But I was playing with another person, and we just gotten finished doing a fortress and getting the loot on the fortress into the boat to then take it to get sold. And a Reaper ship, basically, their goal is to hunt down other ships and take their
Is
loot,
it
and they'll
a
get
player or a non-player?
it's player. The apart
Okay.
from the skeleton and ghost ships, it's all player.
So a Reaper ship's another group of players trying to.
Yeah,
Collect
so
your-
they
collect
were
your booty.
flying. They were flying a Reaper flag, which basically means that they go around sinking other ships and taking their loot, and they get more XP because they're part of a Reaper.
Okay.
And we got chased for a good half an hour. I've got a half an hour video somewhere. I was trying to find it before I could get on, and I couldn't find it.
Okay.
But I'm not the best at steering a boat, to the point where my stops have just become crashes into where we need to be.
That's how you stop, is just run into something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as long
fair
as you're
enough.
not going in too hard, you'll be fine, and you'll just stop maybe 1 or 2 holes.
Okay. Just patch it up and be on your way.
Yeah, so we literally 180'd to go into an opposite direction, and they started chasing us down. And I was like, would green fog give us some cover? And he was like, if you can get there, get there. So we went into this green fog, and like we're going quite fast. We're only a small ship, and the ship behind us is a little bit bigger. So if they catch wind, they're like picking up speed.
Yeah.
And just as we turned into this fog, it was when the wind was behind us catching the sails. So we picked up a bit of speed. And not even like 2 minutes into the fog was a little island. I managed to turn, smack into the island, but then carry on going. They came in behind us a lot faster and like completely smacked into this island. The person that I was playing with jumped onto their ship, pretty much what you call an anchor turn. It's like a handbrake turn.
Yeah.
So they turned to try and get the same direction that we were in anyway. But because he'd anchor turned them, he basically like 180'd them. And they just carried on going that way, thinking that's the way that they were meant to be going. And we just totaled off.
That's
nice.
Cool.
We just like absolutely totaled off with like maybe like 1 or 2 holes in the ship, and then got everything sold, and we were like, I'm done. I've had enough of this game.
Oof. You kept all your loot and everything and just narrowly escaped a Reaper ship. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was great though. It was
How many people
fun.
were in your crew at the time?
Me and the other guy. That was
just
it.
2 people.
Wow, okay.
Oh yeah.
And
how many can they have? They can have 4, right?
Yeah. So there's 3 ships. The smallest ship can have either 1 or 2 people. The second ship can have 2 to 3 people. No, 1 to 3 people. And then the biggest ship can have up to 4. So we were literally just on a little ship by ourselves.
Right.
And they came in on this big like galley, and were like full steam ahead, came at us, and we fucked them up.
So what happens like if you're in a crew or like you get extra people on your boat? Does it kick them off?
No, so you can be in crews of like obviously up to 4 people, but then you can be in alliances of as many as you want. Like you could have, and it's run on little mini servers, and because it is meant to be like multiplayer style, and there's meant to be that like cat and mouse chase if it's happening. If you become the sole crew on that server, it will boot you to another server that has more people in it.
Okay.
To keep it going, so then you're not like doing all the achievements by yourself with no like threat of someone coming after you.
Right.
But yeah, so it was one of these like, it's a good game. I enjoy it, and if you have an alliance, they can come on your ship, and when you sell stuff, they'll get a share of the money.
Oh, okay.
But they won't get like the full price. And there's even like some servers in like other games like the Isle and Animalia and stuff like that. They run PvE servers rather than PvP. So there is actually some servers in Sea of Thieves where they are an alliance server, so everyone bands together, and if you come in and start shit with just like even one ship, you'll have the whole server after you.
Right. Okay.
And
so that's how they get it to be PvE, is you just ally with X amount of people to fill up the whole server.
Yeah, and they'll even do it that like they'll offer you an alliance, and if you straight up refuse, they'll come after you. You either alliance or leave. That's literally like what they do. Okay. Which is obviously good then, because obviously if you've got new people coming in, you can then obviously alliance up. Yeah. But holy hell, getting chased on a galley when you're only in like a little tiny boat is so scary.
Yeah, that's intense. And it doesn't sound as intense as it is when you're in the spot. I really liked that game. I played a little bit and had it off of the Xbox Game Pass, and I only played solo. But I can just imagine playing with a crew that's a lot of fun. You know, it's kind of cartoony as far as the graphics, but I might have to get that Game Pass running again.
Yeah. No, one of the things the reason why I asked is because like say you get the big ship where you can have 4 people, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a couple alliances. Well, say there's people like even on that server, like how many people are you allowed to have on a server? Do you know that or no?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Right.
Because the reason why I asked is like if you have that big ship, right, and then you're having problems like with like a group of like 4 guys or whatever, where you get your ship and you go towards them, but you have 20 or 30 people in the bow of the ship, and then once you start talking crap, everybody comes out and just murks them. I think that'd be funny.
So it's saying that they can have up to 16 players.
Okay.
So it's not like
so like you could have 4 big ships, or you could have like 8 small ships of 2 player. Like so it is little tiny, and the map's not that big anyway.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's not like in a Minecraft map where it's like endless. There is like a border, and if you go into that border, it becomes what they call the Red Sea. And if you stay in the Red Sea for long enough, it starts damaging your ship.
Oh wow, okay.
Then you're stranded out in the middle of the Red Sea.
But it's not even that. Like if you get enough holes in your ship, it sinks it.
Right.
Like literally like your ship is.
You guys are like out in the water. Are there sharks and stuff?
The sharks, there's megalodons, there's the kraken.
Oh, a kraken.
Have
you been in a kraken battle?
Yeah, they're not fun.
Have you won?
I've won a couple.
You've beaten the kraken, nice.
But like there is like quests where you have to like summon the kraken.
Okay.
And like there is quests where you have to summon the megalodons, but there is times where they'll just spawn on you.
Right.
And it's to the point where like with the kraken, it's like it sticks you in place as if it's technically got a hold of you underneath, and its tentacles come up either side, and it just starts attacking.
Right.
The megalodons, they like swim and obviously like attack you, but if you go next to an island, it stops it because obviously it can't get to you near an island. But holy hell, like you start hearing the music.
Cue the drama.
Like,
here it comes.
It is literally like you'll either hear the music, or with the with the kraken, it's like there's no wind, you can't move.
Oh,
the
so
water,
it strands you, like it knocks out the wind when you get a kraken.
The water turns black.
Ooh.
And you're like, oh shit!
Right,
it's about to go down.
It literally is, and like, it's okay if you know it's coming, but see if you have like new players,
right?
And they're like screaming, and you're like, well, you just shut the fuck up.
That's like playing Phasmo with new players.
Oh man alive. But it's like it literally is one of those like you just need to get on a cannon or get your sniper out or whatever and just pray that we could have enough wood on the boat to patch up the holes that this is going to create.
Okay. That's crazy.
But holy hell, it's fun though. Especially like if you've got like a crew and you're like all in a VC. Yeah. And you'll all like.
Do you not use the game voice chat? Do you use like a Discord or something?
It's normally we go through like Discord or even like Xbox Party.
Okay.
Just because it's easier, because then if we're having conversations and there's another crew, they don't hear us.
Right.
Because we could be talking about all the shit that we've got on the boat, and another crew could be in close enough quarters to hear it, and then our boat's fucked.
Right. You just made yourself a target.
Yeah. But no, it's good. Like obviously it's easier to handle a small boat with 2 people. That doesn't mean that you can't have like 2 crews on one boat, but it just means that if a member from the other crew dies, they're just going to respawn on their own boat. which might be miles away.
Right. Okay.
But it is a good game, especially like I said, if you've got a bigger crew
Right.
of like 4.
Yeah, I'd at least want to play with other people. I played it solo a little bit, but single is not fun. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was fun, but not like I'm going to stay playing this. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
I tried it, but I want to be next time I play it, I'll have to play it with people.
And then it's like you've got obviously like different quests. Oh, you're going into bed. Okay. And you've got like your Reaper quests, you've got your merchant quests, you've got your gold hoarders quests, and you've got your Order of the Souls.
Right. All the different factions that they have.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, if you get 3 of them up to a level 50, you then you can become a pirate legend, which then gives you access to the Athenas, which is like
Your
better.
dogs?
Yeah, I wish. But it's basically like more higher stake quests that would give you more benefits.
Okay.
And I'm nearly there. I've just got to
Nice.
keep going.
You're almost a legend. You'll get there.
I'm a legend anyway. I'm just more of a legend in the game.
Right. They just haven't recognized it yet.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. We're running out of time. I've got to get Mrs. Gnome's dialysis going. Goofy has to get ready for work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add? Do you have a positive story, something you'd like to say, to share? We got 10, 15 minutes if you had a story. If not, something you want to say.
Not really a story, to be honest. I'm not.
Okay.
I just love everyone, and if you're an asshole, I'll tell you an asshole. I call it how it is.
Right.
Yeah. You called me an asshole earlier. I don't.
Right.
I called it how it is. I just want people to show appreciation where it's deserved. I just want people to love each other and not be assholes, Goofy. I'm joking. But definitely it is one of these, like, I'm out.
Right.
We're a community. We're not here to be at each other's throats. Like,
Yeah.
if you have a problem with me, don't bring it up in another stream. Come to me and say. If you have a problem with Gnome and you want to vent to me, that's fine. But just know it won't get said to Gnome. I am.
Oh, okay.
But I would then recommend you go and talk to him because he's a lovely man. Okay.
Thank you.
Goofy. I'm joking. I love you, really.
Lovely man. Asshole. I'm not saying nothing.
Cunt.
Asshole.
Okay.
Legend, right?
No, yeah, legend.
Nah.
Nice guy. Asshole legend.
Right. That's how it works. We got nice guy, asshole, legend. That makes the perfect podcast combination.
She's like trying to figure out
That's
which
right.
way to point.
I'm like, nice guy,
Yeah.
asshole.
Wait, what'd you say?
Cunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See you next Tuesday. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's our clip. That's what we're going to post for the intro video. Nice
Yep.
guy, asshole, cunt. Well, thank you so much for being here on the podcast, guys.
Thank
Anybody
you for
that's out
having
there,
me.
we are going to be rating DragonsAngel95. So, what are you playing?
Vanguard.
On Vanguard. She's gonna go
Vanguard.
play.
How long do you need?
I probably need like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get set up.
Okay, sounds good. I'll watch for you to go live.
Perfect.
Goofy, you got anything to add before you head out?
Even though I'm an asshole, I think you're a very lovely person. I do like your streams. I do like how you made positives out of negatives in your life. I was also bullied, so keep on keeping on, girl. You're very positive. To your partner,
Good
you're
luck.
no. You're a lucky person. She seems like a very lovely person. Even though she's a see you next Tuesday, apparently, in her eyes. I'm an asshole, and I'm going to end it on that. So, yeah. Congratulations to both of you. I hope you guys
Thank you.
very, very long and lovable life.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, and I really do appreciate you and honored to have you here with us.
Thank
to
you for having
have
me.
yet another episode. It's awesome. I do wish you the best with the future. It sounds like you've got a lot of great things ahead of you, and hopefully everything works out well without too many speed bumps. And we'll be wishing you the best from over here in the Gnome household and the Gnome Empire in general. So, it's been amazing. I'm super happy to have you here, and it was a great podcast.
Very much so. Even though the asshole's here. I'm not going to let that up. I'm going to make an emote about it. It's just going to be like Goofy, and then it's going to be like a sphincter or something. That's what it's going to be.
Yes.
So we're gonna roll the credits. Everybody that's viewing, please stick around. We'll have a little bit of content afterwards. We'll have some links to the old Gnome Saying Presents podcast people, and we're going to wait for DragonsAngel to get a stream set up. So we're going to roll the credits. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. You guys are all awesome.
Thank you.
You're beautiful people, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. And we will see you guys next time. Get it down. Hey, hold on.
Yeah, let's try. Hold on.
No.
How does this work? Where do we go?
We'll just do one each.
One down here.
One each.
I got that. Hold on. I got it. Oh.
Wait, this one.
Yeah, I got that. Wait, there you go.
This one. Yeah.
There we go. We figured it out. We're special.
Oh, that was perfect. Thank you guys. Bam.
I love it.
You're still here. Oh, there you go.
She's there.
All right.
Great time, man. Great people. Everybody that's out there, thank you very much. I'm actually going to call it. So you're going to talk to this lovely guy. Yep, got it. This lovely guy. I'm going to get ready for work and wait for Dragon Angel, and hopefully she kills it. Hope you guys have a great time. Peace, love, and happiness.
It will be a great time, no matter what.
See you guys on the next one.
Peace, Goof. Thanks, brother. All right, guys. Goofy out. That was awesome. We're going to get some shout outs here to some people. Appreciate you guys all tuning in for the podcast after episode things. If you guys saw last week's episode, you knew that I had court yesterday. And it went okay. We've got an extension on our court, so I see the judge again in about 30 days. And hopefully by then our government assistance comes through for housing and helps us at least for a couple more months. We still got a lot of things to work through and a lot of stuff to do, so it's been tough over here. But we're still keeping on. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to get some links here. This is Goofy MTF. He was our first guest. If you guys want to catch him on Twitch, go check him out on Twitch. He's an awesome dude. And speaking of need to crew up, that sounds like fun. I would like to join in and get into some games with that at some point, but right now life is crazy. Our second episode, we had Undisputed Record. He hasn't been streaming. I haven't seen him a whole lot. I think work has taken him into a lot of different places. This one is one of my friends local here. He just went yesterday to Howell, Michigan. But he does a Facebook live stream that is really cool, guys. He does vicarious escapades and goes out and visits locations for people that can't get out of the house. So, he streams it live and you can interact. So that way you can talk and say, I want to see this or do that. And that's really cool. And here's his Twitch as well. It's Emanating Shadow and the Vicarious Escapades. This is one of my other buddies who showed up for episode number 4 of Gnome Saying Presents Bipolar Storm 420. When he gets his stream going up, he's a lot of fun to hang out with. He's going through some life stuff right now. We've got Big J Mo. He's a lot of fun, does retro gaming. Super cool guy. Definitely recommend checking out Big J Mo. We've got Afrizzo, does a lot of Rocket League gaming, has a lot of fun. He's got a laugh that's contagious. He's a goofy guy, fun guy, and has some good stuff going on in his streams and good Rocket League content. Stacks AG, who does variety game streaming out of the West Coast, does music production as well, and was cool to have on the show. He joined in with that Frizzo. I definitely recommend checking him out. We've got NG Frost Hydra. He was an awesome dude as well. He's got what is it? Dungeons and Dragons coming up soon. At some point in time, once he gets the crew together, but he does streaming on Twitch as well. We've got the Queen of Mischief, who does Rocket League streaming. I haven't seen her a whole lot. I think she just started a new job recently, but she's a lot of fun to hang out with and was a great guest on the episode. We've got this gentleman here who was fun to have as a guest. I'm going to shout him out. If you want to go see this man, give him a hug. Tell him Gnome sent you. And I'm actually, I'm not going to get into that. He's a good guy. I'm not going to say anything else. That's all. He's just a good guy. Go check him out. He's fun. Corey's got this. The home of the Guzzler. This guy is a lot of fun also. If you want to see 3 grown men twerk, check out the Twitch VOD with him. It was cool. That guy's just great. West Coast Cinco. He was a lot of fun also. I definitely recommend checking him out. He's got some good champ level, I think champ or GC level Rocket League play. A photographer, really cool guy. We've got Cochran, who was in the military. He is now at-home family man, going to school for automotive repair, something along those lines. I don't know exactly. I think it's automotive repair. He's looking to be repair at I forget what dealership, maybe like Mercedes or something like that. But I definitely recommend checking him out. He's got good Rocket League. A lot of these guys are Rocket League players. Your boy Smoke, who we talked about a little bit earlier. He is actually the one that's working on the artwork and the transitions and things like that for DragonsAngel95. And he's a fun person. He's definitely changing things around and got a lot of life going in his stream. I recommend checking him out. And obviously, this is the person we have today is DragonsAngel95. Definitely recommend checking her out. And going and heading over to a stream right now. We're getting ready to raid over there. Let me see if she is live. Do you guys know if she's live yet? I got to pull up my Twitch. Pull up the Twitch. And I appreciate you guys all for being here, all for hanging out. This is awesome. Not yet. Okay, no problem. Let me pull that up. And if any of you guys want to be on the podcast, if you guys are content creators or you know content creators and would like to be on it, we feature amateur content creators on here. If you want to check out any other videos, it's on YouTube as well. Here's a link to Gnome Saying Presents website. You can apply with the apply button at the center at the top. All of the links are at the very top. I don't have a guest set up for next week. We've got a couple invitations out. I can't say for certain who we will have. We've got a couple people I'm excited to see. If we get the next guest scheduled, I will let you know on the website. We'll have that up there. We were looking at Zach Laura, who filled out an application, and also I'm trying to think of the other guy's name. Numbing Redneck, I think is his name, and he was a prison guard. He's got a lot of cool stories to say, according to what he's got, or what he tells me. So hopefully we get one of these guys up for next week. If you guys are interested, please, by all means, apply on there. If you guys want to check out my Rocket League content, I haven't ever linked myself on here, to be honest, but it's Gnome Saying _ Let me go and search for me. And I try to stream 2 other days a week. Hey, it looks like she's going to be live. Let me get this link, and we're going to get ready to raid out. This is if you guys want to check out my other non-podcast. And I would love all the support you can give me for the YouTube, guys. I'm trying to build YouTube. I'm already set up to be affiliate with Twitch, but Twitch doesn't allow multi-streaming in their contract. Once you hit affiliate, they want you to do exclusively them for 24 hours before you post the content on any other area. And I would just rather not. So we're going to keep multi-streaming, and we're not going to be affiliated with Twitch. And we're going to look at building the YouTube channel, guys. So please head over there, subscribe, hit the bells for notifications. We do live streams every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Me and Goofy interview amateur content creators. Like I said, if you want to be on there, please head over there. And let me go and get this raid. Oh, actually, I got to do it from this chat. I was doing it from the wrong chat. It said invalid username. I put the @ I didn't like that. All right, guys, we're going to get this raid going over there. Thank you, guys. Stick around. Hang out for some DragonsAngel95 action. If you haven't done it, please follow. Let's do some Big Gnome hype on this raid, guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and let's ride this wave over to DragonsAngel95. I hope you guys all have a great week, and see you guys next week. Gnome saying...